You losing it all. Losing it all.
I've been to hell and back and went back to hell. Been to jail, came home and went back to jail. Made sales, got a job, went back to sales. Still smart enough to know that I ain't actually failed. Progress stagnant cause you ain't following up. One thing.
What up, TMS family? And today is Sunday, June 8th, 2025. Here on the Too Much Show, it's always real talk by real people. And I'm your host, MT, with me and my co-host,
Mr. Jones, aka Sam Jones, and Mr. Come First, because you gotta respect me, and down below to the Flizzo.
It's your boy Tay. We're having sports talk. Tay and Josh. What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on, y'all? A little hiatus, but we're back.
Officially, yep, we are back on the market.
Mm-hmm. Dude. All right, Mr. Jones, what we getting into first, man? Well, first of all, what's the title of the show?
The title of the show is Ain't Over Till It's Over, the words of Lenny Kravitz.
All right, so I think that's a segue into what we talk about.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
First of all, it's been a few weeks, so let's talk about how they got there. What was your thoughts on the runs of OKC and the Pacers even getting to the finals?
I'll let Tay open that one up. Go ahead, Tay.
With the West, I mean, we already kind of called that,
True.
that they was gonna go to the finals. I ain't gonna say shockingly, but on the East side, the Pacers was just hot. They got hot during the playoffs, and for some odd reason, the Knicks turned into the Boston Celtics in Game 1 and Game 2 for some odd fucking reason.
Now expound on that. Expound on that for the people that don't know what you talk about.
They just like this title, it ain't over till it's over. Like you have a 20-point lead, next thing you know, they find a way to keep climbing back into the game, and including in the fourth quarter. And both of those games, they came back and won. But they made their adjustments. Knicks didn't, which that ultimately got Tibbs up out of there. Which I was gonna save that for another time, but
That's a good segue.
I'm about to say it's definitely a good segue.
Because how I feel about Tibbs is they was gonna fire him regardless.
He was on last year of his deal. Yeah, he was on last year of his deal. There was no talks on the contract contract renewal or redoing it. So I kind of figured they was going to let him walk at the end of the season anyway, or the next
season. And unless they won the NBA Finals, that was the only way he could have got an extension and kept his job.
Yeah, I mean, even going to the Eastern Conference Finals more than what any coach did in 25 years. That was
in 25 years, he has built the team.
That just seemed like the theme of the NBA, though. It's like no coach is safe. It's like if Andy Reid was in the NBA, they would have fired Andy Reid after the Super Bowl or something. That's what it seemed.
Fired Andy Reid after 3 East or Western Conference Finals. They would have fired him.
Yeah, I was about to say, you forgot, Mr. Jones. He lost 3 in a row before he finally got over that hump.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say. Oh, wait a minute. You finished your point, Tay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you could.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, kind of what we expected. Obviously, I told people I thought that Minnesota had the opportunity to possibly upset OKC, but you just saw that there was just levels to this, and there was nobody else stepping up on the Minnesota side with Ant-Man trying to score. Like, there was no consistent second scorer over there in Minnesota. And OKC was just dominant. The team that, that was carefully constructed, but I told people that they would run into a problem because they fired their head coach. And the NBA is one thing for the head coach to be fired right after like a successful season or something like that. But it's another thing to fire them right before a playoff run. The NBA doesn't want to set that precedent like, oh, well, we don't really need a coach. We could just go ahead and get to, the NBA finals and we good. So that was one of those. So the OKC's obviously their biggest issue or their biggest hiccup was the Denver Nuggets, which is that was a team that was just in the NBA Finals 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
Very carefully constructed. Even though they lost some pieces, they were able to gain some pieces through the draft and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm gonna be
Joker
honest
got
with you.
gas. Yeah, Joker got gas.
Yeah, exactly. He got tired of doing it all. And then at the end of the day, with the Pacers, I told people this was a team that was literally just in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But people forgot Halliburton got hurt. So now everybody's healthy now. And now they're going to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the books lied about Cleveland and how healthy they were. And by the time they got back in that series, it was too late for them. And yeah, with the Pacers, just to, I guess, fast forward to game one, it was kind of like what Mr. Jones was saying in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
And why I was like, it's going to be tough, to talk about some OKC and 5 because it's essentially a mirror match. Both teams. The only thing that OKC, I would say, does a little bit better than the Pacers is they play defense better than the Pacers. That's what I believe. I think they play a little bit better defense, but the Pacers can shoot the mid-range like OKC. They can run the break just like OKC. And they literally have players that can either do ball movement or they could do ISO. Like you got Nemhard that's able to put you in a blender, do a step back three. You got Halliburton that could do the same. Then you got Miles Turner and Halliburton running that pick and roll, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget the best player on the team too, Siakam.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and then Siakam. People forget Siakam was a part of that championship team in Toronto, and one of the things that Siakam learned, and he gave his credit to Kawhi too, which I know you give a lot of flack to, Tay, but Siakam learned a mid range, and that's dangerous. People always say, 3-point shot this, 3-point shot that. No. The most dangerous thing in the NBA and the deadliest thing that you can have is a mid-range shot.
I agree because nobody shoots it, but
nobody shoots it, and nobody.
You could be a 3-level scorer, so they can literally they can't contain your game when you're a 3-level scorer. That's why Shea works so well.
Mm-hmm.
He shot too many threes.
Yeah, he changed the game. He changed the game back.
Yeah.
With the mid range, especially if you win this one.
Yeah, and not only that, it's his. Yeah, and on top of that, with Shea, it's his. I guess you want to say it's his efficiency of doing the jump shots and what he does, because yes, he does go to the free throw line, but what guard doesn't? But
exactly. Brunson, exactly. The same thing happens for Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton gets to the line, all of them. They just want to try to make it a big deal because it's Shea.
Everybody gets to the front.
But I'm sitting there like, this ain't like Shaq when Shaq and shit was in the league when they did Hack a Shaq. That's not, the game's too different now. So, but with him, like I said, with Shea, he do it with efficiency. Now, that was an out of character game of him, game one. Like, I ain't never seen him shot 30 shots and to get 30 plus.
Yeah.
But
what, 38?
38.
Yeah.
He shot 14 for 30 on the field. That was his highest in the whole playoffs since the Minnesota series. He was getting 30. He was getting 30 with just 25 shots. 25 shots.
Do you think that's part of the reason they lost?
Nah, it was more. Truthfully, it was a coaching blunder. Truthfully,
I agree. I think they played small ball too much.
Exactly. They should have kept. They should have kept
giving up layups to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that first half alone, I mean, they caused what, 25 turnovers?
24 within the first half, and then
they should be up by 20, 30. The fact that they was only up by 11, you like, yeah, man, they got a shot.
I was about to say that was another thing too, right? Like when you sit up here and you look at the Pacers in the first half, like what did the Pacers have, y'all? If I'm not mistaken, they had 20 turnovers in the first half, right?
24
in the first half, and then I think they dropped it down to like 4 or 5 in the second.
No, they ended with 30, I believe. I think they ended with 30.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But that's my thing. 24 turnovers in the first half. I'm going to tell you right now, Pacers should have been down by 25 points easily.
Mhm.
It's because OKC was shooting bad too. It won't
Yeah.
happen.
In the second half they were, but in the first half they was capitalizing off them turnovers.
No,
Yeah,
they were.
I think they had
They
like
were.
32 points off turnover, something
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Pacers did, the Pacers went on like a little mini run and everything towards the end of the second quarter, to kind of, make it manageable in the second half. But even then, third quarter, they went down. And then, even in the fourth, they were down by 15 points. But with the Pacers, it goes back to the title of the show. It's not over until it's over. They literally said, look, we're going to play defense. Like, we're not going to get rattled. And then once Shea had missed that mid-range and what's the name had the ball and went down the court and they had that final shot and they didn't call a timeout, I said Halliburton about to ice this game. And can we talk about that too? The so-called most overall voted player in the league has the most game winners this playoff.
Overrated?
Yeah, overrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was, like I said, that was from his peers. That wasn't from the fans.
That's every series too.
Mm-hmm.
Every series.
And that's another thing too. Like that clutch gene that guy has. I mean, my goodness, like you said, Mr. Jones, it's every series. You want a player like that where you can literally rely on him and say, hey, I need you to close this game out. And I'm just going to go on record and say it because I know we didn't give our final predictions and stuff like that. Like I know we joked around with it in the group chat. I'm going to tell you right now, the Pacers are going to win. I'm taking the Pacers. And the reason why I'm taking the Pacers is because it's one thing to lose game one, right? But when you had everything going right for you for most of a game, and then you lose in that fashion, and the inexperience and all that OKC has as a team, and how young they are, and just inexperienced, I'm telling you, and that's not going to be the last time that this happens. It's going to happen one more time in this series. But I'm just going to tell you right now, it's going to crush what's the name Spirit, plain and simple. OKC Spirit to me is crushed. And I'm going to make a bold prediction tonight. I will take the Halle Band and the Pacers to win game 2 tonight in OKC.
Damn. Well, I disagree with both premises. I got OKC in 6, maybe 7, because it's not going to be easy out. But tonight, it is very possible Indiana can win. But I think OKC might edge this one because I think
it's all on dude.
I think they learned. Yeah, I think they learned from their last game. They're gonna keep the bigs in longer.
Yeah,
because let's be honest, Halliburton had a terrible game, managed the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was just like Richard Jefferson said. He was out there doing tour numbers before.
I mean, they kind of learned from the Knicks. You gotta rush them at the point of the ball. That's what they've been doing.
You gotta make them play. And they did the one thing the Knicks didn't do. And they switched on that pick and roll and made him a defender against they top guy, like against Jalen Williams, against Shea, even against Chat. Sometimes he was on the perimeter with Chat. So they made him play defense for game 1. It's just like they took their foot off the pedal. I mean, at the end of the
Well, I'm gonna say this too, just to add to what you said.
Had what 6 people with double figures?
Well, I'm gonna say this too, just to kind of like I'm about to say, I'm going to say this too, just to add to what you said, Mr. Jones. I get that, quote unquote, Halliburton didn't have a great game. What I need for people to understand is Halliburton's, the definition of a Halliburton great game is about 12 assists, 8 rebounds.
It's a Joker line. You got to stop the assist before you got to make him a score more than an assist.
Yeah. Well, how many assists he had? 5?
No, he had 12 in that game.
Yeah. No, he had 12.
Oh.
So it's like
Obi Toppin had some good shots too, some key buckets too.
He did. But my point is, right, so with the way that the NBA is now, we're in this ball-dominated league, right? You know what I'm saying? Like your star player is supposed to take 25 shots a game and, dribble out the clock and all of that kind of stuff. Halliburton can he only needs 6 to 10 points. As long as he has anywhere from 10 to 15 assists and 6 to 8 rebounds, that's it. That's it. That's a great game for him because he's gotten his teammates involved and putting them in position. And a lot of times those 6 to 10 points that I talk about with Halliburton don't even come into the fourth quarter when they really need them.
That's very true.
So that's what makes them very, very dangerous. And why I say, and I'm going to tell you right now, y'all better hope, but if OKC loses tonight, this series is over. We pretty much just going through the motion. It'll be Pacers in 6.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, game 1, the NBA needed it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the title of the show is pretty much the theme for the whole playoffs.
Oh, of course. Well, and I'll say this, too, about the NBA Finals. Y'all know what's crazy is even with all that action and everything that happened, that was still the lowest viewed NBA Finals game since and they didn't include the bubble one because of, I guess it was COVID and it was special. Yeah, but it was like one of the lowest viewed games in years.
Since the Spurs and Knicks, if I'm not mistaken?
I think so. Yeah,
I know it was one of the two. I know it was like either the Spurs or Knicks. It was a Spurs championship. I know it was that.
It's probably 07.
I think it was one of the Spurs.
It's
ones.
07.
I know that for sure.
It's Spurs and Cavs, the first one.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was
Spurs
one of them.
Because everybody knew that the Cavs ain't have a fucking shot.
Yeah,
but it was cool to see the finals that young.
Yeah. The 99 one wasn't good either, even though New York was in
there. Yeah, because it was a lockout. I mean, they paid 50 games.
It was the lockout year.
Yeah.
Hey, New York was
we already knew that was going to happen, though.
And New York was an 8th seed.
Yeah. No, they were. Yeah. No, New York basically pulled. I'm sorry.
That never happened again because of the lockout.
No, what's the name was an 8th seed? Miami.
Oh, Miami, yeah, you're right.
Miami. Yeah, remember Jimmy and them?
Yeah.
Timothy.
Yeah, you're right. Shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean that's going to, that'll happen. It won't happen as often where we see like an 8th seed and all that in the finals, but yeah, it's just crazy. What has happened? But like I said, OKC, they need this one. They need it because I'm telling you right now, going down 0-2, I'm confident. I do think that they could go in and probably they'll take game 3 because what's the name is not going to let them get down 3-0. And what's the name's if I'm not mistaken, y'all, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Pacers have lost like every game 3 this playoff so far. That's just their MO.
They win game 1. Yeah, they win game 1, but they always lose game 3 at home.
Exactly.
Every time.
Chet needed to get buckets.
He took him out. He took him out way too fucking early. Like I was trying to be like, why did you take him out so early and didn't even put him back in until the fourth quarter? I'm still trying to
It'd probably be a blowout probably today either way, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell people right now. Here's the thing. Obviously, there's good value with the Pacers and everything, and you know what I'm saying. What the money line is. If you all are waiting for this, they're going to get down by 15 or 20 again, so you could get great odds. That's not going to happen.
They gave OKC 11 points, right?
You said what?
Hey, OKC got 11 points. They favored by 11.
Yeah, which is insane, and I already know what that is. That's a setup right there, that 11-point spread. That's a huge setup.
Yeah, they got them at 11 and then 61 and 62% of the money line right now. So.
Yeah, and from what I'm understanding, what's the name has never lost 2 back-to-back home games in the playoffs. OKC.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I want to say this year. I don't know about their previous history, but yeah.
If it was their previous history, is the Big 3 year. Big 3 season.
Gotcha.
2012. I think it was that year when they did lose back to back.
Gotcha. So yeah. So there you go. So it's been a while since they've even lost back to back, if they've ever done it. And I just think that this is the perfect day for it to happen. Perfect day.
Well, there you have it. Who you got tonight, Tay?
I got OKC. Blowout, no, but I at least say this is going to be by double digits. I say at least 10 to 12.
So I was about to say, if OKC gonna win, I think they're gonna win. Like I think they're gonna pile it on.
Yeah, they win is gonna be blowout.
Yeah, they win. I got them winning by about 20
But
plus.
this is my safe. You know, that's what
Yeah.
that's my safe. Like 10 to 12 is like the safe. But if they do it, yeah.
Hey man, this is the NBA Finals, okay? It ain't no reason to be safe. Put that money down.
I mean, they beat niggas by 50, so I mean,
Exactly.
It'll
That's
be,
what I'm saying.
They'll beat niggas by 70 before, so it can happen, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It can happen. It can happen. We could be like, man, we're hockey back on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So let's keep it true. Hockey's been the better playoffs.
The play is better and the pace is better. I say that. I definitely would say that.
I mean, even the games though. The series. Yeah. Stars are being stars out there. Now, it's not the best goaltending. I would say that. Not to the Stanley Cup final, even though it's hot scoring, it's a lot of shots on goals, and you can see them being focused. I see some crazy saves the last game.
Yeah. This is the Stanley Cup where goalies, they're important, but they're not really important on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say this is all about the that skill position play because
yes. Who's gonna get tired first? That's what that series is.
It's Connor's series to lose. That's what I keep saying. It's supposed to be the year, Connor. He finally got that monkey off his back against the Knights. Before then, he hit the game winner against TBOC. Probably the highest view game in hockey this year. For years, actually. And then, I mean, now, like, even the last game, he had 3 assists.
True.
like, what he had? 8 shots on goal? Even though they lost that game?
Yeah, 8 shots on goal. I think with 3 assists. He was 23 minutes on ice. Yeah, he was.
That's what I'm saying.
You know they're gonna keep him in on the power play. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, goalie play don't matter that much. But that man, and then who else on the Florida side? Who you have? You got Marshawn, who's out there balling. Kachuk, I haven't really seen much from Kachuk this postseason.
Nah, who impressed me is the damn goalie.
Yeah.
And Bennett's been on and off, but he actually played well game 1, but game 2 he had a lot of shots on goal, but none hit, none connect.
Yeah. So it's going to be a very interesting series. I think it's going to go 7, definitely. But I do have Edmonton coming.
I think hockey has to push their series to at least 6. I don't think they can afford to have a sweep or anything like that.
Well, hockey it's spread evenly though. Like you do have your juggernauts, but anybody can lose in hockey. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen with the Stars. Yeah, we've seen with the Stars.
Yeah. And honestly, the best thing I like about it is Stars lead by they play.
Yeah.
It's not by bravado or attitude or anything, even though that helps, but they lead by they play.
Yeah.
That's true.
I love it. I love it, bro. I love it.
How are y'all? How y'all doing?
What up? How are you?
Your generation's GOAT.
Absolutely. But that's not besides the point. I know I joined the NHL conversation late. I feel like this is just gonna be a easy win for Florida, to be honest with you. Edmonton, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Outside of them, you got Kane. You got Ryan. That's cool and all, but they don't hold a candle to Florida team, like at all. So, yeah, shout out to Edmonton, but it's over.
You think so?
Yeah, just like Indiana just won. You had to win one.
I think it's Connors to lose, man. I don't know. I think it's right time for Connor to be the star he's supposed to be.
Well, here's the issue, though. Well, here's the issue too, right? Like, I want to say Connor. Here's the thing. I want to say Connor, but the only issue was this, bro. Florida's just one of those dominant physical teams.
Yeah, they physical.
That they are very physical. And honestly, I started to notice it even that year where they, when they went to the finals and played y'all. And I was just like, bro, this team is like dominant. Like they physical. And so the fact that they kept that up through all these years, like that right there, that's why they're on this dominant run. Obviously, this would be their last final.
They only lost to the Knights because it was a bad matchup for the Knights. I mean, the Knights can hit you back. That year, they can hit you back.
Exactly. But everybody else,
hockey, the best hockey's in Florida. Who the fuck would think that?
Yeah, last 6 years.
That's crazy.
Honestly, it's just really not even surprising. If you really look at this team, I just don't understand how the league allowed them to get some of these players. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. Remember, so Lil BA, sorry to cut you off, but remember the Lightning did the same thing. Remember the Lightning tooled up over the off season with a bunch of veterans.
Yeah, and then the best hockey's in Florida.
Yeah, but this is what they did though. They was the finesse kings. So they kept a lot of their players out during the season, talking about, they was injured and all that. And then all of them literally came back during the playoffs and they just started dominating. And you didn't have any film to watch on any of them because they barely played.
There was a low seed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they do, bro. Florida, they the finesse guys down there.
Absolutely.
And I remember too, what's the name was pissed. Like it was a big uproar. Coaches were calling out, like they was going to the league office and was like, yo, how can they keep all the players out and this still goes on? Like this ain't cool. And they just happen to be miraculously healed for the playoffs. Like they was heated.
Yeah,
beat them. That's all you gotta do, just beat them. Shit.
Bro, with them who they tooled up with, bro, that's difficult.
I know.
But like you said, I think Lil BA was also alluding to something. He said, like with Indiana, you got to win one game. Oh, so you don't think Indiana going to win another one?
Man, look, bro. Look,
okay.
Man. With all due respect to Tyrese Halliburton, I'm trying to change. So I'm trying to take the hate out of my heart for him. Tyrese Halliburton by far. Easily in my 25, almost 26 years of living, Tyrese Halliburton is the worst, I guess you could say, superstar I've ever seen in my life.
You think he's a superstar? I don't think he's a superstar.
I don't think he's a superstar.
I was just about to say, if you even want to call him that. Tyrese Halliburton does absolutely nothing on the floor. I'm gonna be honest. The thing that saves Tyrese Halliburton is he plays so bad, but his playoff career so far is carrying on moments. Like the nigga will go 4 for 21, but the last minute he gonna hit 2 of the clutchest shots the Pacers needed the whole game.
Yeah,
and that's gonna erase the whole 45 minutes he just played butt. So you know what? That's cool. Because I think they said OKC was leading the game like the past 43 minutes before Indiana somehow.
Yeah, it was damn near wire to wire. Yeah.
No.
I said
I will tell you all. No. Here it is. I will tell you all the final stat. OKC led for 47 and a half minutes.
God damn.
It
was Indiana led for 0.3 seconds of the game, that last shot. So 47 and a 3/4 minute is what they was in. That's what it was that OKC led that game.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Lil B, and where I got to push back on you is, how does OKC allow that to happen? If they're this, dominant, you know what I'm saying, we this, we that. That should have never happened. They should have never even been in that situation, if we're being honest.
True, but sometimes getting too cute get your ass in trouble. Yeah. Trying to play cute get your ass in trouble.
And you know what? I just feel like, let me give credit to where it's due. I want to at least give Indiana some type of credit, because I think I seen that they said they came back 9 times and won when they was down 15 in one play, this whole playoff run.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know what?
it's legendary.
Congratulations.
Halliburton win. He is a superstar.
Oh no! He's not going.
But
to.
here's another thing. I'll tell you what's
Because
gonna
he's starting to
happen.
get merch and everything. That
Nah, he ain't gonna
WWE
be no
shirt
superstar,
showed
though.
out
Well, I was about to
now.
say.
He'll be
I
a
was about to
star.
say he got merch. He just dropped his
His
signature
shoe
shoe.
came out the game one of the finals.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
He hit
buying.
the
Ain't
shot.
nobody buying that
He
shit.
That's a
can
perfect
keep it.
launch day.
He can keep it. he
Yeah,
can
they
keep
not.
those.
They not.
They not it, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They not
Nah,
it.
they not.
Puma?
But here's what I'll say though. To me, right, the reason why I think that Indiana might pull this off is because of this. The NBA, while they've gone with an international superstar as far as, you know what I'm saying, winning all these MVPs and all that kind of stuff, they still need that American born star. Like the NBA always has that.
He
You know what I'm
popped his
saying?
Achilles against the Knicks. That's the American star. He popped his Achilles.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tatum, yeah. But
It's going to be Tatum. It's because
oh yeah, of
People
course it's
started
Tatum.
like Ant Moore, as long as Ant don't get in trouble.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but this is also what I wanted to say too. The reason why I was worried as well for Shea is because you won regular season MVP.
And the scoring
You
title.
won a scoring title, and you won Western Conference Finals MVP, even though that's a newer award.
That's it.
But my thing is, if you win the finals and finals MVP, do you know what type of company that man is in at that point?
Yeah.
Only
Like, do y'all know the
three
last
other
time?
players only did it.
Yeah, do y'all know even just like usually MVP? I mean, like it happens more often in the NBA than the NFL, but it doesn't happen like it's like every 10 to 15 years where a guy wins regular season MVP and then wins the finals. And I think the last guy to do it was what, LeBron James?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it was LeBron
Regular
when he
and
was
finals MVP?
no. I'm just talking about regular season MVP and then NBA Finals champion was LeBron. But
I thought
LeBron was the
Joker did
last. No, Joker didn't win MVP that
He
year
ain't
that
win
they won the
MVP that
finals.
year.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's when they gave it to Embiid.
yep.
Oh, when he cried for it, and
Yeah,
him and
that
Giannis
was
and
the
all.
Embiid.
Yeah,
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 that was the
and
Embiid.
even Giannis. When Giannis won finals, when Giannis won the regular season MVP, he didn't win the finals that year.
No.
Nah, that was Joker.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I'm just like, are you telling? Like, here's the thing, and I'm okay with it, but that's why I have my hesitations because it's one of those things where if OKC and them win, you're literally telling me that Shea is going to be in the echelons of LeBron, Steph Curry, Jordan, Shaq. That's where you're telling me SGA is going to end his career. That's what you're telling me.
You know what? And I had this
Possible.
conversation all the time, man. It sounds crazy, but at this point, it's not because this generation of players don't even want to be.
They don't want. Yeah, they don't want to
They
be the
don't.
face no more.
Yeah, they don't want to be a face. They don't want to be the Kobe, the next Kobe, LeBron, MJ. They don't want that title of the face. I just don't think they really care about the game as much.
No, they don't.
I feel like Indiana, man, they won that game to me. I feel like they won that game because I don't want to say OKC's more built to beat a team like Minnesota. I just feel that I don't know. They just weren't used to a point guard or the star of the team not really having to do much to win. Like it was almost to where it's like, okay, no, Anthony Edwards got to have a good game for Minnesota to beat us, and if he doesn't, it's over with. And I think we all saw that. So I guess they were just like, you know what? Okay, he can have one, but best believe Lou Dort is guarding him 94 feet next game. He's running into all type of triple teams, whatever. Nembhard, good shot. You're not getting another one like that the rest of this series. So yeah, OKC in 5, gentlemen, sweet.
The key thing, yeah, I'm gonna write off with BA saying too. The key thing for them, truthfully, is to make Halliburton average. I mean, not even average, at least get him under 10 assists. If you get him under 10 assists, it's a blowout.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, I agree because he's a playmaker.
Yeah. If you could get him under 10 assists,
I agree.
your chances of winning that game is
yeah.
Yeah. But that was the point that I was making earlier. I said a good game for Halliburton. So here's the thing, right? When we think about LeBron James, Luka Doncic, SGA, all of that, a good game for them is 35, 8, and 8.
Yes.
That's what you need from all those people that I just named.
Yes.
That's what you need from them to be able to win a playoff game or to win a playoff series. That's what they need to average. Anywhere from 30 to 35 points, 8 and 8. Plain and simple.
Yes.
But with Halliburton, like I said, Halliburton only needs about 10 points because 6 to 8 of them are coming in the fourth quarter. But if he's over 10 assists and he got 6 rebounds, oh, bro, you in trouble.
Like you just are. Siakam to score. Siakam the one that got to score.
He's supposed to be the number one option for us. Siakam's supposed to be the number one option.
That's exactly. But that's
and Nembhard too. He have his moments.
Yeah, but what's the name?
Sliding. Yeah, SGA sliding at one point.
He did, but what's the name is also that guy as well, Neesmith. But we got to see how he is as far as like health.
Yeah, the ankle.
Yeah, his ankle.
Yeah, but hey, we'll see how the series go from here on out.
Let's see if the coach actually make the adjustment and don't go too small with goddamn half the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go. And I said this before you jumped on, Lil BA, Jazzy, and JR. If y'all have anything, please chime in. But I said this, little bro, before you jumped on. If the Pacers win tonight, we will be going through the motions for the rest of this finals, and it will be Pacers in 6. That's it.
I agree.
Pacers never won one, huh?
Nope.
It just makes me so mad that Minnesota lost to OKC, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just the simple fact is that Minnesota just have the worst player in NBA history on a team. So it's just unfortunate when you got to suit up with Rudy Gobert at the 5-3 game.
And technically, and if we're being technical, OKC has won a championship before. They were the Supersonics. It was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
79. But Indiana, no. Indiana has never won it. I think that's just been the theme these last few years in the NBA. It's either a team is getting their first in franchise history or they're getting their second in franchise history, like the Bucks. Giannis and them brought them their second championship. We all know Kareem got them that first one. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. And then when it comes to, what's the name? Denver won their first ever a couple years ago. And so now with this year, you either got a team that's going to win their first or going to win their first in their new city and stadium, but second overall in franchise history.
You know what's crazy? The bigger point of this all, just the bigger picture that I see, just wrap everything up. It's crazy how we get this much parity in the NBA and finals. The same teams are not winning no more, yet people still complain about the game and the state of the game.
Oh, of course they are.
Well, here's the thing. They're complaining about the game because it's the style that's being played. Exactly. Here's the thing. At this point, I don't mind seeing Steph. I don't mind seeing Bron. I don't mind. Or I don't even. Here's the thing. If OKC and Boston did like a back-to-back years and stuff like that in the fight, I don't mind as long as they're playing good basketball. But I'm not going to sit up here.
OKC and Boston.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Bring money. That will bring money into the league.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't mind. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind a three-peat happening with those teams make it 3 years in a row. But one thing that I cannot deal with is sitting back and watching a team shoot 53s in 8 games. Yeah. Like that is trash to me. Yeah. And I'm tired of, we're not going to play defense until what's the name? We're not going to play defense until the last final minutes of the game. Like, we're just going to keep stepping out of everybody's way and hoping that they, miss a shot and all of that. Like, it's just, it gets tiring. So that's what it is. This style of play to me is trash, but I'm glad that we got these two teams because to me, this is real basketball. These two teams.
Yeah,
I like the way that these two teams play because they know how to shoot the mid range.
Yep, and they actually run plays. Like everything ain't pick and roll, everything not ISO. So
Exactly.
they literally get everybody involved in the game plan.
Exactly.
So I agree. As much as people, as much as a lot of people going to complain about it, including people in the media.
Of course.
You gotta realize it's a whole different ball game now.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, we're literally talking about, at a minimum, I have this series going 6 games. Whoever wins it, I still have it going 6 games no matter what. Even if OKC wins by 40 tonight, I still think that the Pacers can rip off one win. I'm going to tell you right now, if the New York Knicks had made it to the NBA Finals versus this OKC team, it would have been OKC in 4.
Yeah,
it would have been OKC in 4.
Oh yeah.
It's plain and simple.
Towns ain't check. He can't. That's not gonna happen.
It's not even that. Jalen Brunson wouldn't have did anything, and I love Jalen Brunson.
Ooh, I don't know. He still get his 25. He'll still get his 25.
And I'm gonna say this too, and this may be a hot take, and y'all know I say them all the time on this show. Guess what? If Boston would have made it, it would have been OKC in 5.
See, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
The reason why I say OKC in 5,
Jalen Brown will cost them the game.
Because I was about to say all them threes and all that Boston like to shoot, you're not going to sit up here and think you're going to do that and think that you're going to be okay against OKC. Because they turn your misses literally into buckets, man.
Yeah.
They turn them into buckets. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Only reason I said it would be tough, it would be tougher for OKC versus Boston, because I feel like Boston having Porzingis and I guess you could say Al Horford. Those are probably the only 2 big men who can match Chet and Hartenstein. Hartenstein don't really do anything on offense, just the simple fact that he's 7 foot. So he's on the glass.
Yeah, so but here's the problem though, and this is where I'll push back on that. Bumzingas, because he's so afraid to get hurt, he don't like going in the paint. That's all he do is hang out by the 3 line.
Yeah, and that's why Cat was killing him, because he took him to the paint and he couldn't guard him 1-on-1.
That's what I'm saying. So Bumzingas would have been a liability. It literally would have been Al Horford out there all by himself. Like that would have been a series where if I expected that to go 6 or 7, you know who they would have needed? They would have needed Robert Williams, but I know they let him go.
Yeah.
Or what's the dude? Clement. That's what they're gonna have to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because what's his name is? I'm gonna tell you right now. What's his name is? Yeah, poor Bumzingas when it comes to the paint is booty water. Terrible.
Well, you saying why he keep getting traded? Why he's trade bait every time? It's not what he does in the regular season. It's what he do in the playoffs is what getting traded.
Bumzingas, that's his name.
Bumzingas 7 feet and you scared to go in the paint. Soft nigga, man.
That's why I always say, man, if the NBA somehow get another 7-footer, like that's why I said Joel Embiid was the if injuries did not kill Joel Embiid, man, he would be so much better than Jokic. It's not even funny. Just off the simple fact that he's really under the basket, banging down there. He can hit your occasional 3, but he's not going to force it like Cat. He was just
he never had the chemistry to win. He had to win though.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and another thing with him too, he ain't had that much heart either. That was his problem. He ain't had no heart.
What he had?
It was some great. It was some games
with a bad knee and dropped 50. I mean,
yeah, but let's look at that Knicks series before the knee injury and before your man was giving up. Let's keep it a
buck. He was. And I'm going to tell you right now, anytime a nigga sitting up there crying and drooling and all of that after a game, come on, man. You done took his heart.
Do we have to bring up the Boston Celtics joint? Yeah, he averaged 35, but your man was
yeah.
No, I just always remember him at the Toronto series sitting on the sideline. Like, what the fuck?
It's about time, Alki. You won a damn series. I mean, not a series. You won a set.
But yeah, that
you watching tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Coco too for winning that jump.
Oh yeah, exactly. Salute to Coco.
Even
Yeah,
though I'm giving that L to old girl though, talking about, oh yeah, I just played my worst game.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
I'm about to say,
you lost.
go ahead, touch on
Made
it, Tay,
excuses.
because yeah, she made excuses talking about, I didn't feel like she beat me. I just made a lot of mistakes.
Exactly.
I said, first of all, here's the problem. You not only all right. So I don't know if y'all watched it or not. I'm sure Tay did.
Yeah.
But literally, you was up like 4 sets.
You was up.
I'm sorry, you was up 4 games to 1 in the first set. There was no reason why you should have even needed a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Coco fought back lets me know that you was on that BS. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't figure her out. And for her to say that, it was disrespectful because her and Coco actually go back and forth in their matches.
Yeah,
so neither one of them dominate each other, but Coco just figured out something in that moment and said, oh yeah, I can exploit this. And you ain't make no adjustments.
At all.
None.
And, like I said, then you go right on, like, in the press too. Like that was one of those, like, when Serena wins something and then the opponent goes into the press, she's like, I didn't lose to the greatest player in the world, but
exactly. And I'm just sitting and I'm like, bro, like at the end of the day, what was old girl Sabalenka? I'm like, bro, you the number 1 player in the world. The way you fumbled that bag, first of all, the first set, by you being up 4 games to 1, it should have been a breeze. You should have finished that 6-2 easily. You should have finished that set 6-2. You let it literally get all the way to it had to go to a tiebreaker. That's an issue. And from there, Coco said, oh, the momentum is on my side. Yeah, I didn't win, but the fact that I forced this, I'm good now.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I thought she did win.
No, she did, but I'm saying the first set. So what I was saying is the first set, Sabalenka was up 4 games to 1. She ended up winning the first set, but she didn't finish that set strong. And from there, Coco got her confidence and figured something out.
Run. That's what happened.
Yeah, I was about to say that's exactly what she did. Coco said, oh, all right, I'm about to say, yeah, you about to start running now. And that's another reason I want to just make this point. That's why at the end of the day, like, obviously everybody knows I love Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love MJ. I love Curry. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for Braun and all that. But that's why, to me, when we talk about the greatest athletes of all time, that's when I got to start naming people like Serena Williams, Federer, you know what I'm saying? Those type of individuals, because y'all got to remember, tennis, it's an individual sport. You out there by yourself. And there is no you tagging in a teammate when you get tired. You got to figure that shit out when you're tired.
Say Tiger Woods is on that list too.
Yeah, Tiger Woods, exactly. Tiger Woods is another one because there is nobody to really, like, yeah, they got coaches in tennis and all that, but like you got to be able to suck it up and say, look, this is what I'm going to do, and like that's just it. Like I got to go out here, I got to beat this person. Like right now, this Alcaraz center match right now is I think it's about 3 hours in. Like 3 hours. Just imagine you doing something constantly by yourself for 3 hours. Yeah, you get a little time out in between commercial breaks and sets and all that, but you out there by yourself.
Yep.
So it's either you do it or you don't. And if you don't, then you're going to lose out on all type of shit, endorsements, all that kind of stuff. Because these sponsors and all that you have, that's another thing too, with it being a single thing, is like, it's like, all right, if you get tired in basketball or football, you can start handing the ball off, or you can, you know what I'm saying, pass it to this person and say, hey, look, man, go score, go do this and that. You can't do that in tennis. And once you lose enough, you start losing them endorsements, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody about to keep putting their merchandise on a loser.
Yeah.
True.
Well, Andre Agassi story.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He came back, though, but he came back.
Yeah, but at least Andre still was in the top 2, top 3 in the world at the time. Like, you know
what time he dropped to like 260 or something like that.
Yeah, in his last leg, he was hurt.
Yeah. And he came back
Jazzy,
with
welcome to the
#1
show.
again.
I don't want to be inappropriate or anything, but I like the headboard. That's actually a dope color, dope design. You know what I'm saying? It is. That's exquisite.
But it's not mine.
Oh, okay. Must be over mama in them house. Okay.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, all right. Now I know what your mother headboard look like. It's up from here.
Well, it's not hers. It goes to a different room, and that would be JR's mom, not my mom.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad, JR.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no. My mom is still far.
Okay.
All right, let's get to the next topic.
Okay.
NFL news. Let's knock this out.
You mean she in the desert alone?
Biggest non-surprise ever. Aaron Rodgers signed his 1-year deal to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. Hey, before we get on that though, can we give another L out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
In the boxing world, can we give this L out?
I knew.
Oh, hold on.
We're gonna talk about that. That's one of the L of the weeks. That's one of the L of the
It is one of the. Hold on. Nah, let's get to this Aaron Rodgers.
All right, let's get that. All right,
yeah, and Jazzy, I know you on, so here I'm gonna let you take it away first. What do you think about the Steelers signing Aaron Rodgers? What do you think of their chances now of still finishing with a 500 or better season, etc.?
I don't know. I'm over Aaron Rodgers. I hope this is his last year with his circus of himself. As for I saw a lot of stuff go on in the news with the Steelers the last couple weeks. So, and I've seen a lot of Steeler fans upset and kind of walk away from the fan base.
Yeah, because
I mean, you also could have drafted Shador, but we could walk down that other path if we really wanted to. But I think they might have either right out of 500 season or a game above 500, but I don't see them going anywhere near the playoffs or a wild card.
Okay.
And I think they still have to they got to re-sign TJ Watt too.
Yep.
Because his contract coming up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But y'all too busy trying to follow what Aaron Rodgers is doing that.
I don't know.
But hey, I'm not a Steelers fan, so I do not care.
If this a failure, it's Mike Tomlin's last season.
I'm about to say either way.
I think if they let Mike Tomlin go, I think that is the most dumbest thing that the Steelers could ever do.
What's about to happen?
Yeah, because here's the problem too, and I'm gonna just tell you right now. Do I think that this decision of Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers is on Mike Tomlin? Like, do I think he was waiting around? No. I think Mike Tomlin was probably ready to go out there and I think Mike Tomlin was ready to go out there, draft Shador Sanders, right? Get him all the tools and all that he needed to be successful in Pittsburgh. Let Mason Rudolph start, and then later on in the season, insert Shador Sanders.
Agreed.
Yeah. But obviously, this is ownership, and they're going to make him, the catalyst. The Steelers, hold on, I'm going to just make this quick point, and I'm going to let you go ahead. The thing is with the Steelers is this, right? I've never seen them this hungry for somebody or starving for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you would think like this is a 30-year-old quarterback who had a contract dispute with his team that just came off of an MVP caliber type season. Yes, Aaron Rodgers did throw for 30 touchdowns last season. Yes, he does have a pedigree of, being, a winner and things like that. But at the end of the day, he's also choked in the playoff, and he's on the wrong side of, Father Time. And the fact that I saw the Steelers basically holding out and making all these moves based off of just Aaron Rodgers and all that and dragging this out, it's actually pretty sad to see the Steelers organization get to this. Steelers organization, to me, when I look at the Steelers organization, I put them in the same caliber as a San Antonio Spurs, as a
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just those storied franchises who've always done things the right way and who took care of their people and stuff like that. That's what I looked at them as.
Yeah. Yeah, business class organization. Somebody that
Exactly.
they don't wait on players. The players come to them, or if you're a nuisance, they get rid of you. That's just how it
Exactly.
goes.
Exactly. And now you bring the guy who's been the biggest diva the last 3 or 4 years. Easily, you know what I'm saying? Like easily the biggest diva quarterback the last 3 to 4 years. You bring him into your organization and think that
Look at
everybody
the
just
way
gonna
he
be
acted when he was on the Jets.
exactly. Talk about it.
He blamed everybody. Like he blamed that team's problems on everybody else except for himself.
Yeah,
and it was like that his last year in Green Bay. So
that's what I'm saying. He
whatever.
got here's the thing. He got McCarthy fired. Let's be real. He got McCarthy fired. He, you know what I'm saying? He
Like
cost Robert
LaFleur.
Saleh. Yeah, he
him.
cost Robert Saleh his job, even though I don't think Robert Saleh should have been fired. But he cost him his job.
Yeah,
So
that
yeah, man.
No, because they're still like when Robert Saleh come in, they was still rebuilding that team.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like how LeBron is to the NBA. LeBron don't like the coach. LeBron try to get the coach fired, just like he tried to get what's his face fired, the coach from Miami, and the owner was not having it.
Oh yeah, Spoelstra. Yeah.
Spoelstra.
Yeah, they was talking about when they lost that first finals, and I remember this too. The media and all that tried, you know, your old Clutch Sports guys tried to stir up stuff, talking about, oh, well, you know, it may be time for Pat Riley to come down from the bench and coach this team to a championship, you know, sort of like he did with the when Shaq and D Wade. And Pat Riley stepped in and said, no, Spoelstra is the guy. That's who I'm riding with. I don't make mistakes when I
and he won champion with Wade before LeBron even came into Miami.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not a him problem, it's a somebody else's problem.
Well, the thing with Miami, Pat Riley just pretty much said, "I'm staying my old ass upstairs. I'm not coaching again."
Yeah, I'm not going through the whole search. I'm doing ownership.
Yeah, that's what it was. Exactly. Yeah, he didn't want to go through the circus because with LeBron, it comes a lot. Here's the thing. LeBron, it's a catch-22 when you get somebody like Bron, right? Because you know jerseys are going to sell. You know tickets are going to sell. You know viewership is going to be up. The problem is at that point is adhering to his demands. And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying? We got this guy who essentially he's going to bring his entourage. Every time something goes wrong, it's never his fault. It's everybody else's fault. Now it's time to get Clutch Media. And then once you get the little Clutch Media goons involved, then that's when you get all these narratives and stuff like that created.
That's his team for you.
Yeah. Because I'm going to be honest with you, no disrespect. It's no way in hell JJ Redick should be a head coach right now.
Yeah, that threw me off when they announced that he was going to be the head coach. I was like, really?
JJ Redick. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Get off topic. JJ Redick, bro. I don't know how he got this job. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the Lakers saw in him. It had to be LeBron to get him this job.
Wait, wasn't JJ Redick on LeBron's like podcasting that he does with the barber chairs?
Yes,
that is correct.
Yeah, so LeBron got him. That's a friend referral. I think JJ Redick is going to be a good coach because JJ Redick will let me do whatever I want.
Yeah, speaking to somebody that's literally that has a dysfunctional organization, and I see how it goes because let's not forget.
Sounds like the boss is a nigger. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was about to say. Remember, let's not forget about the bullshit the Knicks did. Did y'all forget that they hired Derek fucking Fisher?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And who was the GM at that time?
Who
Phil
was the GM?
fucking Jackson.
Oh,
was the GM.
They got Lamar Odom.
Another friend referral.
Yep.
That's why it's not
so
what
anybody
you know
about the bullshit. It would be me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
forgot Phil Jackson was the
And the
GM
funny thing is,
for
the JJ
the
Redick
Knicks.
shit actually worked. Because guess what? What up, JR? The crazy thing about the JJ Redick shit, it actually worked. Them niggas won 50 games.
Yeah. No, I mean they did win 50 games and they made it to the playoffs, but they got that first round bounce.
No. I'm not gonna say it worked yet. I'm not gonna let this fool me. JJ Redick is gonna start next year. You play no. You're not fooling me. I'm not giving niggas credit. No, you're not fooling me. You just so happen Austin Reed decided to play out his body this year. You still have LeBron James and you have Luka. No, you're not getting that. No, you're not getting that off me, JJ Redick. They can give you that. I'm not going to give you that.
Welcome, Matthew.
What's going on? Once LeBron leave, JJ Redick, then that's when your coach career begins. I want to see you without that nigga that's 6'9", 250. Once that happens, you're not going to Steve Kerr us. You're not going to Steve Kerr us. Steve Kerr is easily one of the worst coaches ever. He just so happened to get Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond.
Nah, he took Mark Jackson's team. Yeah, he took Mark Jackson's team. It's starting to
show. All right, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about that.
Nah, it's starting to show, bro. Steve Kerr is out there. He might be up there with the overrated.
Come on, y'all.
Hold on.
Steve Kerr changed the game. He changed the game. His problem is he didn't adjust to the game.
I was about to say that.
That's what happened.
Thank you.
He innovated something. He stuck to it. You know what I mean?
I was about
he running the wishbone offense in college football in 2025. That's what he wants. He's still playing on Bill Walsh's West Coast.
I
have never. Hey, but it's working.
I get it. But I will never forgive him for not playing literally.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would not forgive that man for not playing the goddamn dude that won the championship or the Olympic team. I just can't forgive that.
No. Here's the thing. And here's what I'll add. Right?
Talking about?
Yeah. No. And here's the thing. And here's what I'll add.
Finals MVP too.
So Steve Kerr. Here's the thing. I could call Steve Kerr overrated if they only won one championship. What Steve Kerr did,
he had a dynasty.
He had a dynasty, and what he did, he saw something and said, "Wait a minute, I can institute the same type of offense that Phil Jackson and them had us running in Chicago." If you look at it, that's how that Golden State team was constructed.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hold on 1 second. Mm-hmm. Andrew Bogut was basically your Luke Longley, Draymond Green, and here's the thing, and I don't want y'all to sit up here, I can't believe you compare. Obviously, Scottie Pippen was a lot better, but Draymond Green, that's the role that he took.
I get what you're saying.
He brought the ball down. He was the facilitator. You know what I'm saying? Guarded the best player on the other team, all that kind of stuff. And then they said, Steph, you could pretty much be Jordan. You don't need to play much defense. We just need you to come down around these pin down screens. When you catch the ball, shoot it. Mark Jackson was still trying to make Steph Curry that traditional type point guard like Mark Jackson was.
They was one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I give you that. But the funny thing is, who was the guy that actually brought those guys in?
What you mean?
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson brought him in.
Now give me a play. Now give me a player Steve Kerr has actually developed to get paid.
Nobody. He does not play
Nobody.
Steve Kerr has my dog Jonathan Kuminga sitting on the side like a puppy. First of all, Steve Kerr.
He saved Wiggins' career.
Listen. Steve
Kerr
gave
Iguodala the most money in his career.
And Iguodala was the sixth man on his last leg.
So that says a lot. That says a lot. Steve Kerr, bro, you allowed this buffoon and Draymond to allow Kevin Durant and Jordan Poole to leave. They could have still had a dynasty. Are we not understanding that?
Yeah. They could have been on the Celtics run in the 60s. Yeah, you're right.
I am not going to let a nigga who averaged 7 points on my roster punch a nigga who led me to the finals. I'm not letting you do that. And you going to stay on my team?
Nah, it's funny because I saw a post, right? Well, here's the thing. It was what Draymond had did in the past, but it's funny because I saw a post, right? And somebody actually they either tagged the Warriors or Kerr. And, like, they were showing a Nemhard highlight where he had put SGA in that blender and you know what I'm saying, knock down the three. They said the Warriors literally had a nigga who was able to do that, but they allowed him to get punched and then sent him to DC.
Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, now
man.
Jordan Poole and them hard was definitely the same person, but I'm gonna say this too. From what I'm hearing in the reports and all that, your boy Jordan Poole was getting full of himself once he got his extension, disrespecting the vets on the team, telling Draymond, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'll invite you to my new house. You ain't going. I know you ain't never seen nothing this big. You know, just different stuff like that.
I would have punched him in his mouth too.
No,
So now niggas start talking shit because he got his bag, and niggas.
But you being disrespectful to the veterans.
Disrespectful to me when I first get in here.
But there's no story coming out that they was being disrespectful.
Unless you talking about his kids or something or his wife, it shouldn't even get to that.
I was about to say, I can't wait to. I'm about to say, Zeus just put something. I know he listening. Zeus just put something in the group chat. Listen, I can't wait till we get to L's of the week. I cannot wait because, we're gonna talk about this.
I got a couple to throw out.
Okay, but we'll go ahead and get back to it. All right, let's.
Oh wow.
I'm about to say, all right, back to regular scheduled programming. What were we talking about, Mr. Jones? Oh yeah. I don't know. What's the next topic? Yeah, I'm about to Steve
L of the week. Let's get to it. L of the week. Let's get to it.
All right, Tay, go ahead because I know you wanted to talk about that, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Let's go ahead and get these Davis brothers, goddamn Davises, out the goddamn way.
Should have never. You can't see and look, and this is what happens when you give these niggas money. Okay, this is what happens.
And they hometown too.
In their hometown, you want to sit up here. You want to be a thug after your brother. So one of the brothers won, the other one loses, but you want to go and approach the guy who beat your brother and jump him and all that in the back for what?
In the back, yeah.
Why?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Davis's little brother was boxing. He had a boxing match this weekend and he lost. And then Javante Davis's little brother.
No.
Keyshawn Davis.
Oh,
yeah. Take
Keyshawn Davis. Sorry.
Trouble. Don't get
Take what it did to himself.
I'm about to say, yeah. I'm about to say, don't put that on
No, my bad. Wrong Davis. Keyshawn Davis's brother.
Keyshawn Davis' brother.
Yeah.
So he went to go fight the dude that beat his brother.
After the match.
So if I beat your brother, what makes you think I'm not gonna put pause on you?
I mean,
he must have thought. Now he thought shit was sweet. He was like, "I'm gonna go in the backstage, confront him," and it turned into an all-out brawl in the back.
Nah, it did. It was like and it got to the point where what was so bad is Keyshawn Davis literally almost knocked his own child out of the stroller.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
His son was in the stroller through the whole melee.
You so adamant about getting to this man that you put your baby's life in.
Hold on.
But hold on.
Oh, we not finished?
Wait, there's more.
No, we not done.
God.
We're not done. Here's what happened. So Keyshawn Davis was actually supposed to be the main event.
This was his fight.
This was his fight. This was his everything, right?
his hometown.
In his hometown. He missed weight. Yeah, he missed weight by he missed weight by 4 pounds. So he missed the weight by 4 pounds.
And he got stripped of his belt, right?
And he got stripped of his belt. Exactly.
Okay.
And because of that, he decided, you know what? F this. I don't even want to fight at all. He called the entire fight off.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't even professional about it. Normally when guys, you know what I'm saying, are stripped of that belt, they at least fight the dude to show like, hey, I was going to beat him anyway. And then they move up to another weight class.
Yeah.
He didn't even do that. He called off the entire fight. And then not only that, he didn't come out and apologize to the fans. And he in the crowd eating snacks.
Yes.
After the brawl?
No.
This
was before the brawl.
Yeah, before the brawl. But this is at the fight. He's eating popcorn, talking to fans. Like he ain't like bro, real. For you
Like,
went
your
4
ass
pounds
supposed to
overweight.
be in the ring. Wow, 4 pounds overweight, and who like no accountability. Okay,
No, zero.
jeez.
But this is why I say you can't give these ninjas, you can't give these niggas money, man. You just can't. You can't give them no money.
Damn.
Now he was trying to get that get back. His brother was getting his ass whooped in the ring. That's what he was trying to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So he
did his
called
brother
himself
end up
getting
fighting somebody else? Like, not the dude he was supposed to fight, right?
No, he was trying to fight the dude that his brother lost to. He was trying to fight the actual dude.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying, like, the guy that Keyshawn was originally supposed to fight, that's not the guy who his brother fought. It was a totally different guy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
different
no,
guy.
it was a totally different
Oh,
guy.
okay. And then his brother got his ass beat, and then he went backstage and tried to beat the guy's ass.
Yeah, once Keyshawn canceled the fight, dude went on home, man. He just said, "Fuck this shit, I'm going home."
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Like, which
I wonder,
feel
do you
bad
still
for
get
him.
a bag? Do you still get like part of that purse?
No. So
he just literally get his money from the actual agreement to the fight. That's all he get. He don't get nothing else.
Yeah. He don't get the back end, but he get whatever they paid him up front to come out there and, you know what I'm saying, do whatever he did. That's what he walks away with, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Keyshawn, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, your man had that shit planned out. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say.
He probably did.
Him up.
Man, that shit was too obvious, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was.
And the fact that he showed that he didn't even care that he got stripped and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He literally did the exact same thing like 2 years ago, and he was 1 point something pounds overweight that fight and lost that title.
Wow.
And I was in like 2022.
How you gonna get the title and then just not care?
So you gonna move up to 140.
And who gonna take that fight?
Exactly.
He's done. Like as far as him being like a top fighter and actually get a big purse, that shit's done.
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh, they'll never give him a big purse again. Not after that.
No, because here's the thing. We gave you here's the thing. We put in all this money, all this promotion behind you, and let you have a homecoming, and you fumbled the bag.
Yep. Hey,
most
of us probably know this one. Hey,
your man was ESPN Plus, right? Like what publication?
No, it was on ESPN. It was Top Rank. It was on ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he ain't gonna get a
Hey, most everybody would know. Most everybody would get this reference.
You can probably get away with that shit on his own, but now
too many people took a L with that. Too many took a L with that show. Too many contracts were ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Most people in the city gonna know what I'm talking about when I say this, though. Hey, you gonna know? Hey, I was like, yeah, the only place he gonna be fighting is DC Armory, nigga. That's the only place he gonna be fighting at. Your man done. He's done out here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All
right, I got my L.
Your man gonna be boxing at the damn arena with the Wizards practice. That's what he gonna be boxing at from here on.
Yeah.
They say he gonna be boxing at Showplace Arena. He'll be at Showplace.
Nah, he gonna be at US Air Arena. That's where he gonna be at.
Oh shit.
Hey.
He gonna fight for the Magic Johnson Theater.
That man gonna be boxing at Broccoli Fest, man. He ain't gonna be.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Jazz.
All right. My L of the week is going to Offset. Again.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hey, listen. Go ahead.
Is he nominated at this point? Is he here?
No, hold on 1 second. Go, hold on, y'all. Let Jazz finish. Go ahead, Jazz.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need. Offset is like slowly crashing out to the point where like it has me. Okay, maybe not slowly. I mean, it's like getting worse and worse. But I think with the whole I think what made him realize when he deleted all his social media recently was the fact that Stephon Diggs and his son had his hair braided the same exact way.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
So
we're
at
not
that
doing
point,
that. Come on, that's
I'm about to
crazy.
say hold on 1 second, Jazz. Hold on 1 second, Jazz. I just want to clarify on something right there. I appreciate what you're saying. I really do, and I appreciate it. But that's why I can't completely give the L to Offset, because as a father, that's where we draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing for you to sit up there and have this guy around, you know what I'm saying, my child or whatever, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We working out custody, whatever. But when you got my son rocking the same hairstyles and all that as this dude, that's where you being petty. And that's where you know what I'm saying, at that point, I gotta start picking out your tombstone and everything, because at that point you're gonna have to go on the ground.
Okay, but here, I totally agree with your statement if you're an active father. This man hasn't seen his kids in more than 3 months.
But
and
who said
I don't
that?
want to.
But who said that? Her, or was that proven? That's my only thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only issue when I get into like a lot of these, you know what I'm saying, custody and all that kind of stuff. You obviously everything comes out in court and all of that, and like, you know what I'm saying, some things will be backed up with, you know what I'm saying, messages and proof and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times with women, especially with women, if they've had that trauma as a child of, you know what I'm saying, disappointment from a dad and all that kind of stuff, they project that sometimes on the child. And yes, let's say if he canceled one time, she may have crashed out and said, oh, well, you canceled on my children one time, oh, you a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying?
True. Okay, so let's remove the children aspect since we don't have the entirety of it.
Exactly.
I'll give him an L for asking for spousal support, though.
Yeah, I agree.
would agree on that. I agree on that.
Because
I think it's still got
I
an
understand from Cardi getting on Squares or whatever the hell it's called. It's kind of saying that she was putting the bill in the mansion that him and his chick have been living in, and he hasn't paid for shit.
Yeah. Now that's the thing. That's where it gets into. That's
and now you want me to fund your lifestyle because you had it great. You was set. I was giving your family money. I was making sure that your other baby mama was getting money. Like, I was taking care of everything. But you want to go off and see the grass is greener on the other side. And because you ain't got the funds to fund that lifestyle anymore, you want me to still fork over the bill, even though you've been doing me dirty throughout our marriage.
Not happening. Jazz, now that I agree with. He's a piece of shit for that. And the reason why he's a piece of shit for that. And I'm gonna tell you why.
And I just want to say the video I saw of them comparing Offset's workout to Stephon's workout was absolutely hilarious. If y'all didn't see that go around.
Well, not only that, I was just gonna add to that. See, that's what you talk about. That's what I talk about when I say he probably ain't gonna get her back, because it's one of those things where I'm sitting up here. I saw Stephon Diggs workouts and all that, and I said, if this nigga's doing all of this, and this was after being on a boat and chilling all that, and he back to working out like that, Offset can't compete with this. Like I told y'all before, Offset got that. He got that rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know what? He on lean pills, syrup. He on what's the name? He out here, you know what I'm saying, drinking Don Julio and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he still think like he in his young 20s and don't got nobody to take care of.
Exactly. Stephon out here just straight stamina and athletic. You know what I'm saying? Eating right, working out and all of that. He'll never be able to compete with Stephon. Never.
And I think from with all everything.
But here's where I give
between the both of them. I think Cardi's like, she's absolutely done. She's done.
But here's what I will get. But here's what I will say. Here's where I give Cardi B an L, right? So yes, at the end of the day, here's what I'll say. At the end of the day, what was I going to say? All right, so here's where I got to give an L to Cardi. You sit up here and you say, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm leaving Offset because he just, you know what I'm saying, he being disrespectful, he messing with all these women. You essentially went and got the same dude. The difference is this dude just got more money. That's all it is. He's got more consistent money, and this dude is tricking on you. That's all it is. So the thing is, you don't mind getting cheated on. You don't mind your man having hoes. He just need to bring the bag and be able to pick up some of the financial weight. That's all it is.
Yeah, that video of Stephon Diggs on the boat, Cardi B was on that same boat, so she
That's
saw
what I'm
that.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Women sitting up here calling this man daddy and all that. And mind you, Stephon also just had a baby with a little IG model. Like, she just gave birth.
No, I thought that was Trayvon.
No.
Both of
it's
them.
him. Yeah, it's both of them.
Yeah,
it's both of them.
Trayvon just had a little kid. Both of them did. Okay.
And here's another thing too about that. They did a video. This was like months ago, and I remember this. They did a video months ago where they said they were going around asking the Buffalo Bills when Stephon was still yeah, I remember that video too. They said, hey, yeah. Oh yeah. Minnesota Vikings. They said, what teammate would you not want dating your? And all of them, like, it didn't even take them a second. They was like, "Oh, Stephon Diggs."
Oh, that was the Vikings. That was the Vikings too. That was a Vikings video.
Yeah,
that was the Vikings. Yeah, that was with the Vikings.
Yeah, and all of them was like, "Oh, Stephon Diggs." So I'm just like, bruh, you went and got the same dude. It's just that this dude just got more money and more stamina. That's all it is.
The only thing I can say to I guess I would say defend that video is that video was what? Do we know how long ago that video was taken?
It don't matter. You think that nigga changed? He got more money and more status.
So you gonna tell me once a hoe, always a hoe?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men.
I'm talking about in general. Yes.
Hey,
okay.
Jazzy, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you just like this. We know from this that the nigga from the city. So he from the city?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He from the city.
Another thing.
So all of y'all, all of y'all.
First of all,
I'm retired.
Stop all that finger pointing. First of all, stop all that finger pointing. All right, stop all that finger pointing. I wish I was on camera, but stop all that finger pointing. And then secondly, let me tell you something. Yes, once a hoe, always a hoe. For both genders. And you know why? And this is an L right here. And you know what I'm saying? Tay pretty much predicted this. Brittany ran out here talking about, I just divorced Kevin Gates. Of course you did. Y'all the same people.
After
it was a
4 months of marriage? Or 2?
No, 2 months.
2 months.
2 months of marriage.
Here's the thing.
Kevin
It was
Gates had her on the leash, though, didn't
That's
he?
what I'm saying.
Man.
It was a mirror match. That's what happened, and she didn't want to be around for it. That's all it was. It was a mirror match.
She thought she wanted that lifestyle until she met a real one.
That's what I'm saying.
Kevin Gates had her staring at the floor while he was talking to DDG.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. I'm gonna just say this right now. Here's another L. This is the L I want to give. It's got to be Diddy, man. and I'm gonna just say this. It's Diddy. Yes. Here's the thing. Cam.
That door all the way.
I'm about to say, bro. If you go to little bro, this is what I need for you to do. I need you to go to Cameron. His YouTube, he interviewed
the Punisher.
one of the yes.
Let
me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
He said he was in the Yankee with nothing else on.
That's what I'm saying. Listen. Hold on. I'm gonna get you. I got y'all. I promise. Listen, I got y'all. Listen, I'm gonna give you the gritty details and everything. Listen. First of all, I just want to be on record and say this right now. I do not. I repeat, if having that much money is going to push me to these limits, I'm okay with just a couple mil. I'm okay with just a couple mil. Yeah. Just give me a couple mil, enough to make sure, you know what I'm saying?
And stay my black ass out of LA.
That's what I'm saying. And my thing is, I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, mine's is
and Miami.
Here's the thing. I want to make sure mine's is going to school. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I pay for their college, all that kind of stuff. That's it. I don't want nothing like what the man said after like the third or fourth encounter with Cassie, the man was butt naked in the corner of the room, of the hotel room, wearing the hijab that the Muslim women wear, with a bottle of Astro Glide in his hand,
What?
getting himself off. Yes, that is what he said Diddy was doing, bro.
Wait.
Oh, Diddy nasty.
Wait. No. Wait.
Oh wait, can I tack on to your L? I want to give his mama a L for them cakes she was making.
Let them keep talking about Diddy.
Wait.
He
Yeah.
going in right now.
Or what
But
she was
hold on,
putting
hold
in the food.
Yeah, but hold on. So it's not just that, right? So okay, all right, cool. So you doing that, you know what I'm saying? And listen, my thing is this: I try not to kink shame because, again, like I said, I think we tackled this before. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are
To
into
each
whatever
their
they
own.
into, but it was, and I'm gonna say this again. Whenever you, first of all, the fact that you are taking another man's specimen and rubbing it on yourself, that's
Your
just a whole
nipples.
nother that's a whole nother level of freaky. And rubbing it on
Yeah,
your, that's a whole nother level of freaky right there.
Yeah,
That I'm
that's
just
not
I don't
Yeah.
like
That's not
like my thing
freaky.
is this.
That starts to get into that whole alphabet gang, you know, LGBTQ.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not freaky.
Elemental
It's that. So when you start to get into that space, you instantly lose a lot of your male counterparts that might have been like, well, you know, like, nah, we ain't getting down with rubbing that shit on. No.
Exactly. So not only that, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get into So that's what I'm
that
saying.
That image in my head right now is
wait.
That's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother level of freaky right there. And my thing is this: obviously, like, you paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you paying to get these things done. But then here's where it becomes an ultimate L. So I'm like, all right, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a kink shame thing. You know what I'm saying? The Cassie, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, whatever. But then, my brother, you turn around, right? And this is what you do. You turn around and you hire 50 Cent's BM.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do you hire her, you paying her $10K a weekend to go and participate in orgies. Go ahead. You participate in orgies, but you're not even in them. You're sitting back watching multiple men do this. And then this is another thing that you do, which is really, it freaked me out. You on her answering machine when she's not answering your calls and all that. Yeah, on her answering machine, man. Look, man, come back to work. Come back. Like, you begging her for this. Why is this such a kink to you for you to just sit there and watch this?
To me, it sounds like he has a porn addiction, and now that he's rich, he don't have to watch it from a screen.
I can redo the scene.
Parts that
I got you.
Okay. Hey, I'll say this. Then you better make that part of his plea deal, because right now that shit ain't looking too good.
It's that, and then I think also when you get so involved in having to play out your biggest, he's playing out his biggest fantasies. So then he is gonna start getting involved and start doing weird stuff. Because I'm hearing now, this is how I'm thinking that his mindset is. And I'm hearing now, I got my scene set up. So I'm paying all these people anyway. If I want to experiment a little bit, I'm gonna experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, you know, it just gets to levels of weirdness.
Of overstepping your freakiness.
I think it's past overstepping your freakiness. Your man, you need to go. Your man needs to go ahead, hit the R. Kelly, and just come out the closet, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, and like now,
he's
like,
stuck in the closet.
People, and here's the problem too, right? Like, it's more people speaking out about this, like what's his name, Hitmaker, formerly known as Young Bird, told him, he said something to him. He told him, what did he tell him? Oh man, I see your pretty ass sitting over there and all of that. And you know what you gonna do when I got my arms around you and I got you in my grips? And
when he was
recording. Well, remember that interview he did on Dream Camp with Fab? And he was just like, "Oh, why don't you want to party with me? I miss you. You know, you should come party with me."
Yeah, like, I'm good.
It was on some weird, like female.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, I'm good. Like leave me alone, bro.
He told him to leave me alone.
No, like, seriously, like at that point, here's the thing. Like here's my thing. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be like, you know what? All right, look,
bro, you know what? I get, you know what I'm saying? We were supposed to do this and that. Guess what, bro? I'm good. You have a great day. I ain't gonna talk about this.
That's why Denzel said
We
he leave before the devil come out.
was having this
Leave them parties before the
I
devil.
ain't,
A lot of
yeah, I
these
ain't gonna
people
lie.
are dissenting adults. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, they were going to get a paycheck, and they weren't going.
I'm getting 10K a weekend to go do some escapades.
And that's the problem with her too.
As a whole mentality, oh yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to go get that back.
Of course, I was about to say because here's the issue too, and sorry to cut you off, Jr. That was all of her income. It was Diddy and the child support that she was receiving from 50.
Or 50,
like literally,
yeah.
That was it. But my thing is too, it's like, bruh, like, yeah, like that's just sad at the end of the day because I'm like, dang, that's it. Like,
just like I said before, are we surprised? Your man was literally getting too close with that Joker's goddamn outfit. So now that's
yeah.
It was weird, right?
He was embodying that outfit.
Yeah, like, bro, you getting a little too close to my comfort right now. You back the fuck up off me.
No, and that's why Two-Bit, you know what I'm saying? That's why Two-Bit had a problem with him.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you too close, bro. You in my space right now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would assume as another man, the last thing you want is another man pressing up on you, like just on top of you.
Outfit.
And they didn't even know.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know it was Diddy to begin. Like,
Yeah, they didn't know it was Diddy at first.
Nah, he bold. That dude tried Mike Tyson on the City Hall show. That's the boldest nigga on there.
Well, the boldest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Tyson fuck around with
He did that slick though. He kicked his hand up. Put that right.
Wait, can I say my L of the week?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. First L of the week, I have two. First one, just to get it out the way quick, injuries. Injuries.
Oh shit! I forgot. Yo, you know I forgot about her. I ain't even gonna fake.
Go ahead. Talk about it, BA. Go ahead.
Look, injuries.
What's her new accomplishment? Talk about it.
Hear my heart. Injuries.
Air
I want you to hear
layup.
my heart. Hear my heart, please.
Okay.
You know, Angel, I actually sat back and I had to reflect on myself as not just BA, as a man.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I'm showing too much. Maybe I'm over criticizing her game. Maybe I'm showing too much hate instead of love as a black man. You know what?
Exactly.
Let me extend my hand and say I apologize. I took accountability over the weekend. I had to really think about that. Just for a couple of days later, for me to see her shaking ass with Sexy Red.
Oh no!
On her podcast. On her podcast.
On her podcast. You too busy taking photo shoots for Reese's Puffs. You too busy going to the Grammys. You're too busy asking questions to Sexy Red, and you're not underneath that rim. Getting shot
all the layups.
Then got the nerve.
BA, she out here. Yeah, she out here being a rapper's baby mama more than being a women's NBA player.
Come on, man.
Damn.
Then you gonna play victim every post game interview saying, I don't know why these men over sexualize me. I just don't know why everyone does this to me.
I tried to tell y'all.
I mean,
I tried
the
to tell
way
y'all.
you dress and the way you shake
me and
your
Tina
ass on your
saying this shit
podcast.
for months.
You asking for attention, but you asking for the wrong attention.
That's
and
what I'm
now
saying.
that you got the wrong attention, you want to be upset that you got the wrong attention.
Hey, Jazz, me and MT have been advocates for this shit for months.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot sit up here.
I kept my mouth quiet on it because I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention, but I came across a video of these dudes betting on how many missed layups she was gonna have.
Yeah. They put up big money that she was gonna miss.
Oh yeah. It was the first layup.
But here's the issue too, though. But here's another issue though. So I need y'all to know that after her last game, right?
On the video.
But here's another
see for research purposes.
But hold on. But here's what I want to add though. Here's what I want to add to y'all though. Y'all know what's crazy is with all of this, right? After her last game, with the after her last game against the Fever, did you all know that she now has more career rebounds than she does points?
Wow.
No. Like B hitting on Club 520 with Jabtique said. She got a lot of rebounds. She's gonna have a lot of rebounds to where she's getting her own misses. And you know what?
That's true. Rebounds.
I have to accept that. I'm done criticizing your game injuries because I have to accept that you don't want to get better.
Yeah,
she
don't want to get better.
Than you
He's Chaps champion.
I mean,
she got a little something back there.
She definitely does.
Yeah, JR just showed
but
me
here's
the
my
video.
issue, right? But here's my issue, right? This is my issue. You all can correct me if I'm wrong and tell me if I'm saying I'm thinking that I'm too harsh. So here's my issue with this. At the end of the day, you're obviously you're making more money you're making more money from Reese's, you're making more money from your podcast, you're making from and it's clearly that those are your priority. You know what I'm saying? Going to the Met Gala, doing all of that. Why don't you just go ahead and bow out gracefully from the WNBA?
Exactly, just leave.
I agree.
And the reason why I say that, is because this. And here's the thing. Hear me out, y'all. The reason why I say that is because this. You sit up here and you got all these issues and you got all these problems with the attention that Caitlin Clark is getting. Oh, well, I do this. You know what I'm saying? She didn't just elevate the game by herself. You know what I'm saying? We did this. We did that. Okay, great. But guess what? You're not elevating the game right now. You're not elevating it because all you're doing is twerking, and you know what I'm saying. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything else to elevate the game. And the sad part is you're not even working on your game. Here's what I would encourage y'all to do. Hold on, real quick.
No, go ahead.
JR and Jazzy. No, it's all good. I apologize, but look. JR and Jazzy, what I encourage y'all to do is this. The same way that y'all just looked up, you know what I'm saying, a little video and all that was sexy red, go and look up Angel Reese's University of Maryland highlights. You would be like, yo, like this is night and day. She was bringing down the ball.
No, I got
she
to
had
watch
handles
her quite a bit in college.
Yeah, she had handles. She had a mid-range. All of that. She was a triple threat. Let's just be real and call it what it is. Angel Reese
That's why I was gonna
threat.
say, if she was balling out and doing this, I don't think nobody would have a problem.
No.
But the fact that you're doing your own thing outside the WNBA, which props to you, because I know they don't get paid the same way the men do.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, like if you want the best of both worlds, you've got to grab the best of both worlds by the balls and do what you need to do.
And guess what? And here's another thing too.
Oh wow!
Oh, go. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Jr.?
Jr. said that Angel Reese is the new Jamarcus Russell.
It
just looks different.
Because I wouldn't say that because she's still.
Yeah, she's gonna be a career leader.
Nah. She's still relevant. She got a lot of young ladies that's following her. But another issue that I have too, right, with her is simply this too, is you sitting up here and hold on. Who they gonna get us? Hold on. Let's see what they doing. Hold on.
That parlay got hit, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, it was out. It was out. You gotta get at the center.
Parlay got hit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, nah, you gotta get at the center.
Fresh on clay.
Yeah, but no. But all right, no. But here's what I was gonna say too. At the end of the day, is like with her, like you can't sit up there and just have this beef and then just keep talking about who's not elevating the game and who's not. And guess what? If you were so-called elevating the game and people were coming to see you, them Fever and Sky tickets, even though Caitlin Clark was hurt, would not have dropped the way that they did in price. Nobody cared about going to that game. They was giving them tickets away. Them tickets was $5 and $10 for the nosebleeds, bruh.
Yeah. See, and you know what, Angel Reese, I don't even want to put all this. I don't even want to put all this on you, because not to make it, what social media tried to make it a whole black, and they try to.
Yeah,
but the problem is though, Angel
race will always sell. Race will always sell. Always.
Yes. But the problem with this is for Angel Reese is you have black women who come out on social media and black men, why are you taking Caitlin Clark's side? We're not taking her side for no skin tone. See,
we're taking her side because she plays the game better.
Exactly. They see, what's her name? Lotto. You and other females try to finesse us her rookie year and try to take a PJ to her. Oh yeah, you see, we coming out to come see Angel Reese. Okay, I didn't see you do that since.
Exactly.
I didn't see you do it again. I did not see. I'm not seeing Flo Milli. I'm not seeing all these hip hop or whatever you want to call mainstream artists that are black come out for you. I'm not seeing that.
No, they're not. They're not showing up. Guess what? They'll show up to her podcast, but they're not coming to her game because they don't want to watch it.
So
they
Angel
know it's
Reese,
trash.
So Angel Reese, if I'm you, I'm going to cater to the little black girls. So maybe I can say, oh, Mom, can I get some Angel Reese tickets, please? If I'm Angel Reese, why am I targeting the sexy red fans? Why am I doing that? And
trust me, it works for Bianca Belair.
That's different. Good. She's good.
She's different though. Yeah, I'm about to say Bianca's different. Bro.
She's a goat. Yeah, but
she's good. So Angel Reese, if I'm you,
I was talking about from the image perspective.
I give it like even with Bianca, she's still like she lived by that name, EST. She literally is like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now though, she better drop that EST. Them niggas about to be in a Rico too. That's the next group. They gonna be in a Rico. That's why they told Jack Harlow to calm down. Remember, Jack Harlow was hanging out with them all the time too. Yeah. They told Jack Harlow, hey, listen, man, you may want to take a break from this because when that hammer drops,
EST. I forgot all about ESTG. But yeah, man.
More Ricos than a mob.
Them niggas got
I'm gonna tell you right now. Better take that opportunity, relax your.
Yeah, and truly, why are you doing that shit during the season?
Exactly.
Bro, who knows why these people are doing podcasts during the season? Mm-hmm. LeBron don't even do that. So what makes you think you can do it? Come on now, but talk to the game, I guess.
Yeah, at least he wait till he out the playoffs or something before he do his next joint.
Snaps! Alki done came back. Okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
How much money you got on it?
I'm about to say,
Don't even worry about it. I ain't worry about all that. All right.
You cheer like it's at least a couple of racks.
It will be once this other play cashes.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to play mortgage in advance on this one. Yeah.
Time to pay the rent.
Hey, early. Hey.
Exactly. I go and drop it off at the office early.
Let's get into the last topic of the day. You know what I mean? New Music Friday, Lil Wayne, Carter 6. Mixed reviews, but most of the reviews say that it's trash.
Pretty much.
It's garbage.
I'm not giving it that, but
I'm not saying it's trash.
I'm not gonna say that it's trash. Here's my issue,
That's
right?
what I'm talking about. Let's break it down. What y'all think of the album?
That shit should have been a mixtape.
It should have been a mixtape because it's slightly below average.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has some cuts on it. Like when he raps.
Listen to the Carter album?
He raps. Like
he ain't listened to it. He was listening to that, you know what I'm saying, that Lodi 6. You know what I'm saying?
His cadence has definitely changed.
Okay? That's what he was listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Mark
Busters. You know what I'm saying?
Are we still on Ella Week? I have one more to dish out.
Go ahead. You can dish it out.
I'm gonna dish it out to the Steelers Nation for having Donald Trump come on in and pretty much say that Mason Rudolph was a top 5 quarterback.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Somebody.
Yeah, they deserve an L if they said that.
Had Trump come out at one of it. I don't know if it was a rally or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was a rally.
And pretty much was just like
Mason, like the guy that got
Trump something, Steelers something.
And I'm gonna tell you right now,
and said that Mason Rudolph was one of the best quarterbacks the Steelers had, and he was a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, I need a drug test at some of these conventions. All right, but
of course they do. Here's another thing too that I'm gonna add with You know what I'm saying? "Quote unquote," needing a drug test for the convention. I believe what's the name now? I believe I believe Myles Garrett. The accusations are true. Remember why he said why he went off and hit him with that helmet?
Because he said the N-word.
Yeah.
Call him, with the hard ER.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. And Mason Rudolph, or it was either Mason Rudolph or Myles Garrett was mic'd up that night.
Yep. And you notice how that audio disappeared.
Yeah.
Audio,
Audio,
real quick.
Hey, did y'all forget he did go to school at Oklahoma State, right?
Thank you.
Oklahoma State.
Jesus
Christ.
You already know they say they.
Hey man, ain't that where Dez went? Ain't that where Dez went?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dez went to Oklahoma State.
That was a quarterback.
Good old Justin Blackman. Who else went there? Barry.
That was their quarterback at the time.
Didn't Justin
Did
Blackman
Barry go there too?
Who?
Yeah, Barry went there, and that Justin Blackman receiver.
Yeah, that's it, Justin Blackman.
Very good, but hey. Oh, I have another L of the week. I don't know if a lot of people really gonna care, but my L of the week goes to TKO. TKO gets my L of the week.
Yes.
They are single-handedly.
Oh, we crossed it over. Okay.
They are single. I would even say I just felt like I just had to throw that before we get back on music.
This
Just get the L of the week out the way.
Media topic. Okay, go ahead.
TKO is single-handedly ruining what I thought was making a great return. You know,
me too.
Ruining WWE like this is really breaking my heart.
I called it months ago.
But you want to break it down though?
Ain't they like $2 to $3 billion in debt right now?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah. The WWE is not losing money itself. They're actually making record profits. It's because they're partnering with UFC. UFC right now is in a downturn.
Yes.
UFC is losing all that money.
Yep.
Because for the first time, and I want to say 12 years at least, UFC don't have a bona fide star. People are not watching UFC because it's exciting anymore.
You know
No, they want to see their favorite superstars go out there.
Yeah, because UFC, like, for example, you know what made Conor good? He talks shit and he knocks you out.
Yeah.
Yep.
People like Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva, they went out there, they threw hands and all that. Yeah. UFC right now is carried by Russian wrestlers. It ain't shit you could do with them. They hold you down.
Yeah, when you
get case control for 5 rounds,
you got a nigga.
You might get submitted early.
When you got a nigga that's wrestling bears, there's nothing that you can do.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, Khabib, as much as I love him and I love his style, he was a gift of the curse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the way to win. And last night was an example. Sean O'Malley, since he was an amateur, was destined to be a star.
Mm-hmm. Man, I gotta take on that.
But now his career might be in jeopardy because he can't figure out how to grapple with these.
Oh,
dudes.
No,
not at all.
Don't even worry about it. See, me, that's one thing about me. I've been watching UFC my entire life. I grew up looking at BJ Penn, Kenny Florian. I grew up looking at Diego Sanchez.
Yes.
One thing about this, Sean O'Malley and everybody who wants to be this kickboxer, stop it. Stop it. Unless you're about to be John Jones, stop trying to kickbox. Because once these hairy chest, hairy stomach, buzz cut niggas get their legs around you, it's over. You're not getting back up from the ground. Because they can wrestle you and not get tired. They're going to throw all elbows and you're just going to be laying there. And you have to take it. No damn.
Yep. It's going to be like Diddy. It's going to be like Diddy. Take that, take that.
The interesting part is that like that was proven in the early UFCs with Royce Gracie. He came in there, a skinny little Brazilian kid, and was choking everybody the fuck out.
Yeah,
couldn't nobody beat him. So it's interesting that.
Listen, I remember. Sorry to cut you off. I remember the first UFC game that was on, if I'm not mistaken, either what was it, Dreamcast or Xbox. I think it was Dreamcast, wasn't it, Mr. Jones?
Dreamcast. Yeah, I think it was
Dreamcast.
What, the first UFC game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in the house. It's Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast. Chuck Liddell.
Kevin Randall. Yeah, Kevin
Randall, man, all them guys on there. It was fun to watch. These
like
dudes now.
We talking about original UFC stars before they had.
It's not the way it used to be, definitely.
No.
No.
Like them people.
No. These dudes now, like, bro, oh my God. These dudes now, man, it's like
he made a play with Horace Gracie. That's why they banned the game.
Yeah. Like, I genuinely cannot watch this because Khabib or whoever, Islam, he's a generational talent because that nigga can actually stand up and fight you, which is crazy. But it makes it even harder because he can also wrestle even better than Khabib.
Yeah.
You're cooked.
That's why these dudes retiring 30-0.
Yeah, 30-0.
Yeah, like Sean O'Malley, bro. I genuinely feel bad for you, bro, because it's nothing he can do. If he goes to featherweight, Ilya Taporia is going to cook that nigga.
Yeah.
I know.
He's cooked.
Yeah.
He's cooked.
And then that's when you get older, you gain weight. He got to move up.
He got to move. Yeah.
Man, brother.
And his age are waiting for him there too.
Start a podcast. Start hanging out with Jake and Logan Paul, man. Get that podcast back, bro. Just go ahead, just hang it up.
Or go to WWE.
I was about to say it again. Go to WWE because here's the thing: Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey figured out. Listen, we ain't gonna be able to do this for the long term. Not why these.
At the Matt Riddle, I don't know if they're gonna try UFC no time soon.
Well, they in the same joint now, so they can transfer them over.
They can, but if they get anybody, it'd be like DC.
What the comic?
Yeah, DC could do professional wrestling.
Yeah, he could replace what's that commentator I don't like? The one on
Michael Cole,
SmackDown. No, I love Michael Cole.
Oh, Wade Barrett.
The British dude on
Wade Barrett. Yeah, Wade
I don't
Barrett.
like him.
Wade one of the best.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what it is. It's
she
just
said she don't like him.
I just don't like him.
You know what she said? She was like, "What's her name from Step Brothers?" She just said he has a punchable face. That's all it is.
What is wrong with Stu Bennett? But anyway, that's the issue with TKO in a nutshell. It's not WWE's fault. It's UFC fault. But like Tay said, they should have never did a merger to begin with.
I think it's crazy that they're trying to restructure Roman Reigns' contract right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard a rumor that they're also trying to push
the way they
Triple H out.
Prices to get the casual fan out of there.
Oh yeah, Triple H is gone. In a year and a half, Triple H is out of here. And that's why I go ahead and turn my attention to
I ain't gonna lie, that's a power move from the
That's a power move. Yeah, he gonna roll. He gonna roll.
And I heard that The Rock gonna replace him as the creative.
No, it won't. It more likely will be, but I don't think it.
The Rock will probably end up having The Rock will probably do a good job. To be honest with you, I don't think The Rock would be bad.
He would hire the right people.
Yeah, that's the thing. He had to hire the right people and bring wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the movie experience and
I'll be honest. I think Triple H doing it.
Okay, cut it up, baby.
Because the thing is, they still made record profits after the scandal and everything was going on.
Yeah, I like what Triple H is doing right now. Like some of the storylines.
Except
the only problem,
Roman Reigns just stomping everybody, every freaking.
Yeah. The only problem now, he's just like Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones said it. He's starting to turn into Vince. That's the only problem.
Well, I mean, are you surprised who
he's perverted?
No, I'm talking about like as far as like his business moves, like because he's not making the business decisions like Vince was.
Yeah.
Nick Khan is making those decisions now.
Yes.
It's not Triple H.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Triple H is part of the creative part, right?
He just pretty much had a creative. So, like you said, the good storylines, the talent, and all that you see.
That's Triple H. Yeah.
Just being hired. That's all Triple H.
But everything else, where he's actually supposed to be the COO, like the actual business aspect of it, he gave to Nick Khan. And Nick Khan
wasn't Stephanie like co-CEO or something before she stepped down?
She was COO.
No, she was COO. Yeah, she was COO too. Yeah.
But here's the thing though. Only knock I would say Triple H and creative, honestly, is, and it's a long run thing because it's working right now. I think he listened to us too much.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, even though we love the sport and all that stuff, we don't know shit about the business side.
We don't.
No.
Naturally, as human beings, our attention span is minute.
Yeah.
So whoever's hot right then, we're gonna want them to be the best. And sometimes, if you want a great storyline, it doesn't commit someone to be the best. You got to climb up that ladder. You got to face adversity, and it's like a story.
Yeah.
You got to have a beginning, a middle, a plot, a problem, a solution, and then the end.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Something we learned in third grade, how to build a story.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 95% of us forgot what the steps to build a good movie or story is.
Yeah.
Why
Because
don't you refresh us then? Because it sounds like you did your daughter's homework over the weekend.
No, I
So
didn't.
go ahead and refresh us.
They get out of school since Memorial Day, bro.
Okay.
We get out of school early here in the battle, bro.
now they got my goat looking washed, doing wrestling matches with Logan Paul.
Yeah, I
Not
personally
faking
don't
it.
like the John Cena storyline, but
I don't
that's
like the
me.
John Cena heel. I mean, it could
I
be. I don't like.
I like
I
the
like
heel.
he said all the shit he wanted to say for each.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
heel.
yeah.
It's just, you know.
And it makes sense. It's rare
Yeah.
that heels really make sense like that. So it makes you like that.
Yeah, true.
I got a lot of little weeks, man. I could keep going, but I'm not gonna keep going now.
Yeah, back to Carter 6 though. What did y'all think?
I was about to say that. I mean, here's the thing.
I
Out of
listened
5,
to part
I
of
give it a
it.
2 out of 5. Go ahead, Jazz.
I listened to half of the album. There was like maybe one song that I actually liked. I can't remember which one it is. But from what I listened to, I was like, he's got one song where his cadence is throwing me off. It sounds like these new rappers' cadence.
Okay.
Every song sounds
I
like
don't
a
like
freestyle.
it.
Remember that
he-
one freestyle he
It
did
is.
at his little skate park thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every song has that cadence. Now, I tell you where he went wrong at.
Mm-hmm.
He went wrong conceptually, and he went wrong as far as production.
Production.
Lyrically, it's just some of his best shit. Lyrically, Wayne
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. Because
lyrically.
here's the thing.
Off of Bob, Wayne is barring.
I was about to say, because here's the thing, right?
His word salad.
I was about to say the songs, I'm going to say songs 3 through 10
Mhm.
are just fire. And what I mean by that is everything from production to lyrics to just everything. And like one of my favorite songs is Sharks with Jelly Roll and Big Sean.
Fire.
That's my shit.
That's the
So-
song.
Sleeping
That's
on
the
Big
song
Sean.
that I like.
Big Sean
Yeah.
wanted him too. That's another story. Big
Yeah.
Sean was one of them.
Oh
But
yeah. But it was just one of those things where, bro, I was just sitting here, right? And I'm listening, and I was like, what is everybody talking about? And like I said, from tracks 3 to 10, I'm like, yo, this shit is fire.
and that's why I said that when it first came out. I'm like,
Yeah,
please, y'all listen to it because you gotta have your own opinion. Everybody, follow.
exactly.
I haven't
And then
listened to
around
it yet,
track
so I'm staying
12,
quiet.
track 12, track 13, I started to say, oh yeah, he should have ended this.
Yeah.
He should have gone ahead and ended it. I get that you want to give the fans music, but you were doing more harm to yourself the more that album went on.
And I also believe that
I would have not even downloaded the whole entire thing.
pretty much. That's
You
why.
won't be deleting songs.
Oh, I ain't download the whole thing. I've been listening to it straight from Apple Music. I'm not
Yep.
downloading
I
that.
streamed
I'm
it. Yeah.
good.
I just streamed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the reason why.
I'm not downloading that.
He downloaded so he could save it to his phone and listen to it later. And I said, I would have not downloaded that. I said, you
I just straight down the
Play
I
that
was about to
joint.
say, what you want, bro? You want my Amazon Music password? 'Cause I
Exactly.
got that for free right now. You can just stream it straight from there.
Damn, I might got room in the title.
I was say I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't stream it. I'll just play it straight from the app. I wouldn't stream that joint.
Mm-hmm.
That's
would
what
not
I
add
did.
it to the library. Let's leave it.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
Look, he undownloading it now.
But I tell you though, my final reflections on the album though, it's two things that stood out to me. One thing that stood out to me was Andre 3000 was right.
Okay.
He should be playing flutes, pianos, and shit. Because remember in the interview, he said he don't want people. What he said is he don't want to get on there and talk about nothing.
Yeah.
People not going to feel it. Just to not quote him, but paraphrase what he said.
Right.
And this is one of his main issues here.
Oh, I see what he's
The
doing
bars
now.
are there and everything, but the songs and the structure and what the fuck he talking about,
Yes,
it's not
it's
there.
horrible.
And that's what loses everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what gets me is like I was looking at the lyrics while I was listening to some of the songs, and I was like, you are talking about a bunch of nothing right now.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's all over the place, but he put the bars together. He's spitting.
Yeah, and here's another
Yeah.
issue too. When you look at the previous Carter albums, 1, 2, 3, they had structure to them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 1, 2, and 3 Carter albums are fire.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even
it was a
the
concept. You know what I'm saying? From the what was it, like the mob, and you know what I'm saying? Even like the first track, and then in the middle he
And the
had like
times
that.
too.
What is it?
And it's the times too, because it's like
Yeah,
he's still at 2010, but 2010, that's what music was like. Now everybody's ears is accustomed to that drill style of music. So when you hear it, naturally your first listen, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's trash. Then we hear it, that's when we're probably like, okay, it's better.
yeah. But here's the thing, even off the first
There's
one,
very few artists that's undeniable, no matter what style they do.
That's true. Hey, but I would say that, but I also say this too, though. He gotta stop this shit. And the way and the reason why I say he needs to stop this shit is because he lied. He pretty much lied in the media aspect of it. The way this album is, he was listening to new niggas rapping, and then he just took that style and put it on this album.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The best version of that album was Lil Wayne.
I think he became aware of new niggas rapping when this whole Kendrick and Drake thing went down. And next thing you know, he's catching strays while he's over here smoking blunts and skateboarding. And then he got
well, not just that, but I'll say this too, and this is not to take away from the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, but I'm gonna say this too. He was listening to a lot of Midwest people because that's what his cadence is on some of them songs. And I'm like, Wayne, why are you rapping like this, bro?
Yeah, rap like Wayne. We want to hear Wayne.
That's what I want to hear.
I ain't gonna lie, that big extra plug feature was fire. His verse,
fire.
His verse was fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm about to listen to it. For sure.
Yeah,
I'm a Wayne fan.
JR gonna listen to it when we get off.
You know, I'm a Wayne.
But my second biggest point is
he loves Wayne.
He's hilarious.
I feel like you about to be disappointed though, babe.
As water premium. Yeah, if you want to compare it to old way, you're going to be very disappointed. But if you want to listen for bars,
don't expect old Wayne.
The bars are there. The bars are there.
I think that's what happened to me. I was expecting like Carter 3 Wayne or even like Carter 2 Wayne. And so when I went in to listen to it, I was excited, and then I was just like, what is this?
See, but like
you're getting rebirth.
But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it.
You get rebirth.
That's what you get. You get rebirth. That's what you get. You ain't getting the Wayne that you love. You getting rebirth.
I know.
Okay.
I think that's what made me sad about the
T-shirt.
album.
I was about to say, JR over there ain't got no shirt on and nothing. My man out there relaxing.
He got a whole T-shirt on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You know, trying out different colors.
The rest of his body matches his face.
Can we all agree that so far Drake and Party Next Door still have the best album that came out this year? Can we all acknowledge that?
No.
Hold on.
No, you gotta think about it. No, for real, you gotta think about it.
He's right.
Like, come on. You can't stop the GOAT.
I'm waiting for that Clips album to drop.
You can't stop the GOAT. That's all I'm saying.
Who else came out this year?
Yeah, it came out. It did the Clips album.
I know there was a couple songs that came out. Hold on.
I'm about to say one of Kanye's albums was actually fire. Yeah, no, Donda 2 was good. Donda 2.
Oh no, the whole album. Sorry, the whole album don't come out until July 11th. Okay.
What you talking about?
There's just a couple songs. The Clips album.
Oh yeah. No, Clips album.
Rap. He might be onto something. I'm looking at this. He might be onto something.
I'm about to say. Well, here's the thing though. But here's the thing though. Donda 2. And what was that other album, Mr. Jones, that Kanye released that was basically only on YouTube? What was it?
Fire.
Oh,
yeah, Bully. Yeah, Bully was definitely fire.
Well, I didn't even consider that rap though. That's something different.
Yeah,
well, wasn't it like AI?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was AI, but it was like hip hop and
yeah, it was kind of it was all over the place, really. But
It was
But it was
something that
good
nobody
though.
cared about.
I actually like
That's
the
all.
video, so I go back and play it.
yeah.
An AI
You so
rap.
Lil BA so disrespectful, but I love you though, little bro. I really do.
Nah,
I love you.
we
I love you.
see, bro.
So let
Listen
me
to me.
tell you.
Y'all
Go
quiz.
ahead.
No, you
Y'all,
can't even name that.
y'all listen to me. All right, all jokes. See, I've reached the point.
Talk
I
about
tell
Larry
people this.
June, nigga. What you talking about?
Hey, and I love.
Oh, you talking about that Larry June and 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz is fire.
Oh yeah,
it was.
Larry June and 2 Chainz album was fire.
Yeah, Larry June. What you doing? Nah, go ahead.
Listen.
But is it the best album of the year right now?
So
No.
nah.
Has
And
it
I
been
love
good?
that album. See,
That's
the
more
problem-
in rotation than anything else I've had this year.
Look,
Sorry,
the
BA, go
problem-
ahead.
Oh, it's fine. The problem with music is today, man, it's Lil Wayne. I don't really want to say. I understand why he was.
Come on, was GNX this year or last year?
That was last
Even
year.
if it was,
GNX came
2021.
out
That's why I'm
in
quiet.
November.
That's why I'm quiet. This is still running it right now. So
No, stop. But no, it's not. So it's not. JR, I got
You talking
tremendous
to a
respect
bunch
for the
of
West.
East Coast dudes. They is not ever going to agree on no West Coast stuff that we
literally
talk
on
about.
a victory tour selling out stadiums.
I just want to add that
Listen.
Key
All
West
about
album
to
was pretty
cry.
fire too.
Listen.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All places,
It's like
all places
it's still
outside of-
going. Y'all just don't want to. I understand y'all. You know, y'all don't want to give us our credit. This is why.
No.
still on.
What song from
You know what-
GNX? What song from
Name
GNX
that
should I still be
play.
playing?
Mike,
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what's
tell
gonna be? You know what's gonna be even more worse is y'all think Kendrick don't listen to this. Kendrick gonna hear stuff like this. Kendrick's like
Mike,
Tom
watch
Brady.
this.
His
Mike, watch
ears is
this.
ringing right
Okay.
now.
I'ma tell you-
y'all talking. And
Okay,
he gonna drop something else. And y'all
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
tell you-
upset. I don't know. I don't have
Let
no
him get off.
insight.
Let him
I
get
don't
off.
have no insight.
Look, I'm gonna
just
tell
saying.
you.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you why Kendrick and GNX is still on the charts right now. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Okay.
the women who making celery beet juice smoothies are putting "Come on, baby, drop it like it's hot" on TikTok.
He sounds just like him, though.
It's niggas doing.
It's
It's niggas on TikTok doing "Get Ready with Me" and "Day in the Life" of that song. Not because people in their car listening to it. It's because we making matcha and going to Starbucks. With the song
What did he
on
say?
TikTok.
What did he say? It's not just me. What do you say? I'm with the culture. Feeling like
It's not just me. I'm what the culture is feeling.
So you gotta think. I'm everywhere now. Household and everything. You got grandma. You got aunties making Sugar Mama's remixes. You got It's
if you outside of
right
Oakland, if you outside of San Francisco, Oakland, Long Beach, San Diego, we're not listening to Kendrick Lamar. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. We're not listening to him.
You
That's
took
a lie.
L. You took
That's
an
a
L.
lie.
So of course you're not listening. You took an L. You wanted Drake to win.
Y'all, this is not Kendrick versus Drake. We're not making this Kendrick versus
It's all
Drake.
right. If I lost, I wouldn't want to listen to the dude who curb stomped me either. I would just skip.
Not
like right
here's
now
what
when
I
I
will
listen
say.
to Drake, I just
All right, I'll say it like this.
UFG.
I'll say it like this, and I mean, this is just me being a straight up hip hop music lover in general.
Yeah.
If I had to play GNX and I had to play Party and Drake's joint like back to back, I'm riding up the Party and Drake way more.
It's washing GNX.
And I'm not gonna say
it's Washington.
And I'm not saying because East Coast or West Coast. I'm saying if you play both of those albums back to back, I said the same thing with the Beyonce Lemonade and Rihanna's Anti album. Anti is better.
Anti is washing. Oh my.
Anti is better.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all on what your preference is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
A lot of people.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Stop.
But hold on. Here's what I will add. Are there bangers and everything on GNX? Absolutely.
Yes.
It's plenty of bangers.
But there's a song on that Drake and Party at the Next Door album that I like because it's catchy. It's the Nokia song.
Yeah, people hated
and
that shit.
Nobody liked that song when it first came out. Everybody hated that.
No, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'd be catching myself at work, be like, "Who's calling my?"
Exactly. But here's another thing too about that song. So Josh said it's the worst song on the album, but that's going to be the hit. And when I listened to it, I literally said, I said, I see where Josh is coming from, but I'm going to disagree on this. It's not the worst song on the album because it's one of the best. And I'll tell you where it gets really good. So obviously, like the first
Poppy song.
Yeah, like that first 2.5 minutes, I was like, all right. But when the beat breaks down and all of that, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, he's killing it.
He made another hit, just like what Drake is. Drake is a hit maker. Drake will always have hits.
Give Me a Hug came out of nowhere too.
Listen. Nobody will ever take Drake's relevancy away from
ice
him.
Both of y'all like Gretzky. Like I was listening to that the other day. I was like, I gotta hear some Nokia.
Yeah. Raining in Houston. Kimmy's Dilemma, Small Town Fame, Spider-Man, Superman, like all due respect to Kendrick because I love him. I don't hate the guy. I actually love him. I was just listening to Chapter 6 before I joined from was it Section 80? I was just listening to that because I'm a fan.
Section 80 is
but one thing
Section 80 is
but one thing I'm not gonna do is lie to myself. And say,
and you don't have to do that, little bro. Please don't lie to yourself.
No, just like how we feel about Drake. Like my main reason why I can't stand Drake now is the whole like lawsuit thing, and then to come out with
I agree.
With clips being dropped.
It's actually picking up steam though. I'm sorry, cut you off.
With clips being dropped from Def Jam because they wanted Kendrick removed from his future removed from the album, like. To me, that's what gets me to be like, come on, Drake, like, let's be so for real right now. And then you had the audacity when Thug was in jail to say, like, you shouldn't use rappers' lyrics against them, but you doing the exact same thing right now.
Exactly.
So that's my beef with Drake.
Yeah.
It's not that Drake don't make good music.
He is a hypocrite.
I loved Drake when he first came out.
Nobody ever said Drake don't
But
make
it was the lawsuit thing that was just like, it put a bad taste in my mouth. And it's just like, really? Like, how can I go in and support you when you contradict yourself on this?
Yeah.
No, I agree. Have it both ways.
I agree.
Jazzy, hold on, y'all. First off, Jazzy, great point. Great point. Like, for real. Great point.
Yeah.
Salute. Like, salute to that.
Yeah, I agree.
Salute. So go ahead.
No, I'm about to say at the same time, you can't mess around and call that man a pedophile at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
But I'm gonna
Drake
be honest
was out
with
here
you,
saying
nigga,
he
with
was
it.
beating your wife and your bodyguard is the actual father.
But we know Kendrick is married.
And we also know Drake.
Kids.
I mean, is there any solid? I mean solid evidence that Drake is a pedophile. He's made moves that made him look like that.
17-year-old on the forehead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
that she was 17-year-old and said,
but there's no legitimate.
Said that she was too
that's
young.
Unfortunately.
It is the age of consent. As much as people try to down them for it,
unfortunately. And
here's my only issue.
It gets lower because I'll tell you this: in Colorado, 15 is the age of consent.
Wow. Pedophiles will have a field day out there. I'm gonna tell you right
now. I'll tell you the story off stream because I don't want it on stream.
Okay,
But that's just,
yeah.
But then you turn around and say the man got a daughter. Like,
man, them teachers going crazy out there in Colorado. I know they are.
I think Family Matters, or not Family Matters, but I think like Push.
I think that whole Millie Bobby Brown
was the. I don't know really how to explain it, but it was kind of like it was just all right. I'm just gonna say shit to say shit now.
Yeah,
you want to say?
Oh yeah, no,
with a sprinkle of truth within the song.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Both I can agree with this on both, right? Both Drake and Kendrick got to the point where it basically, like, it literally turned into battle rap. Here's the thing. It turned into URL battle rap where I'm going to create a narrative and see if the fans actually
and run
believe
with it.
Because because the whole thing of your kids is not yours and they belong to your manager and all of that kind of stuff, like all of that.
And then you got a daughter that's older
exactly.
than Adonis that you've been hiding.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I
I'm
think
just like, come
at
on.
first, I think it was the shock factor of them both saying that stuff, being like, "Whoa, like Kendrick keeps his wife, like that's not his son." Da da da.
No.
And then Kendrick coming back with Meet the Grams. I'm like, wait, Drake got another kid that he's hiding. It's the shock factor to get everybody start talking.
Yes. And that's my biggest thing. When you listen to that last beat of Drake rapping to Kendrick, he was really talking to Kendrick's soul. If you really go back and listen today, it was really crazy. And what followed that the same night was you saying my house is gonna get raided, and I'm messing around with other people who are involved with little kids, and I got them on payroll. Like, you're making me look crazy.
Yeah.
You making me look crazy. I had no choice but to sue you. Like, I had no choice. You basically just told me.
But here's the thing: he's not going after Kendrick directly. He's going after.
So you saying all this stuff about me beating my wife and doing this stuff is not a reason for me to sue?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he could if he really wanted to for defamation, but
I'm gonna go one step further.
But when it comes to Drake, but here's the thing: Kendrick is keeping it as a sport. Drake is the one who got salty and said, "Oh, I'm about to go ahead and do this."
I mean, are we surprised? Look what Control verse dropped. He was the only rapper that got salty about the verse. Everybody else came out and tried to do their own little verse, like
at the end of the day,
Big Crit. Big Crit came out with a fire song after that.
Yeah, but I'm about to say like this: at the end of the day, are you really gonna try to have a rap battle with a light skinned nigga? Like at the end of the day,
well, it's Drake.
Nah, man. What's his name?
His Jewish side showing.
LOM, who rap battles. He light skinned.
LOM.
What's his name?
Did you say LOM?
Yeah,
Hollow the Don.
Yeah,
Hollow the Don. Loyalty over money. Loyalty over money.
Oh,
light skin battle. Light skin battle.
Hey,
light skin.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the most light skin battle ever.
Wisely.
I'm about to say, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the most light skin battle ever that actually ended up just being a complete dud and proved why they were light skinned was by far Hollow the Don and Joe Budden.
Yes.
That's what I'm about to say. You got to pick your light skin.
I wait to this day, Joe Budden was winning that battle, but that's another.
He was.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think,
against Drake.
Yeah. No.
Oh, with
Joe Budden versus
that whole
Hollow the
event
Don.
was trash.
It was.
Oh, okay.
I ain't getting into that.
You got the nerve.
The
yeah, if you ever put your hands on another woman like that again, I'm gonna put you in your rear. Man, shut up! You out here trying to play
the world though. Mook and Lux should have been the main event, even though that was
Yeah, I was about to say, and not only that, you sitting up here doing all of that, and Tahiri still ain't give you none. Okay, Drake out here taking her to the Bahamas and all that, and they riding dolphins and all that, swimming with the fish. You ain't got that kind of money, Hollow. Yeah. Go swipe your little Capital One credit card, because we know you can't. We know you ain't got the Amex. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Little chick.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. To the very beginning of the point, I just feel like Lil Wayne, him rapping the way he rap now, I feel like he felt like he had no choice. People don't really listen to the other rappers. If you're not Playboy Cardi, Drake, or Youngboy, or even I guess you can say Kendrick too. You can say Kendrick. The world just don't care. Like that Lil Baby album came and went. The Lord album came and went.
Which we said it was. Because he dropped it at the wrong time. Why would you drop an album in January, sir?
We're slowing down.
Gunna as well. People actually love Gunna more than they did before he got locked. So I mean,
it hasn't been.
It is true.
That is true.
Here's
the thing. I rock with Gunna, and here's another thing too that's weird to me about Lil Baby is this, right? So like you doing all this, okay, Gunna snitch. I'm not rocking with Gunna because Thug don't mess with him. My guy, you just had YF and Lucci on stage during your concert, and Lucci and Thugger are the reason why both of them was in jail fighting Ricos. So what is you talking about?
You know what I think?
Still siding with the ops?
Yeah, you know what I think? the whole Thug and Gunna situation, I think maybe Thug might have put the word out too soon that Gunna ratted. I think he jumped the gun. But now it's like, pride is in the way. He's not going to go out and say, hey, y'all, that was my fault. I guess he's just standing on what he said, so it is what it is now.
Listen, and I'm going to tell you right now, none of their music, and here's another thing too, and then I'll let y'all go. None of their music as far as Lil Baby and Thug and all that is ever going to sound the same, because one thing that Gunna had, and I will literally bet my life savings on it, Gunna has one of the best ears for production out there in the industry. When it comes to production, bro, Gunna's ear is unmatched, bro.
Yeah, second enough.
Yeah.
Them beats are
Thank
insane.
you.
Gunna has been my favorite rapper. I'm not counting Drake. That's like,
yeah,
like
cool.
my Kobe Bryant. So outside of that, Gunna has been my favorite rapper since about 2018. Like, he just have not been missing. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Gunna does not miss, and niggas don't realize that. Like, niggas just don't realize. I can't even lie.
He don't. He got bangers. He's like a hook man. He got bangers.
He should have got a Grammy in 2021.
Oh my god. He should have got a Grammy for Fuck You Mean if he ain't
open up the door.
That's what I'm saying.
Leave the door open.
Yeah. If what's that song called? The guy dropped. Oh my God, what's that bad song the nigga just dropped? Kendrick just dropped and won like 5 Grammys. What is it called, y'all?
Not Like Us.
No, seriously, what is it called? Oh, okay, Not Like Us. If Not Like Us can get a nigga 5 Grammys in a night, Gunna should at least got 1.
You so
let's just be honest here. Let's just be honest here.
Nah, hey, JR, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, for real. If you comparing that to what like the actual summer of those records, Fuck You Mean should have won a Grammy.
Yeah, come on, man. Fresh out the pen.
Yeah, Fuck You
Mean.
I mean, as
on lock.
As big as a Kendrick fan I am shocked that he won all 5 categories.
It went up against Drake. Why are you surprised?
Exactly. When you take on a giant, here's the thing. When you take on a giant and you put a big chink in their armor, remember, here's the thing. I don't know if he I don't know
Hasn't
if he
gone
won, but
up
I know
against
he was
Drake in the Grammys and have won?
No. Yeah, but hold on. I was just gonna say this though.
Yeah.
What's the name went up against Drake, and I don't know if he won, but I know he was nominated for Grammys, and I know he got a world tour out of it, Pusha T, and that was like his first world tour.
And now he's rapping about fish fillets.
He got nominated.
And now he freestyling for Arby's.
Hey, listen, man. He getting a consistent check.
Yeah,
don't
right.
Don't up there and disrespect that man like that.
No, bro, because I'm tired of people. I am tired of these artists not out rapping Drake, just bringing out scandals. I'm sick of it. So now you rapping about how
lyrically they are.
Now they're not. That's
you mean not out rapping Drake and his 20 ghostwriters?
This tartar sauce is so zesty. Our bread and is the crispiest. Now you rapping for Arby's and you not making no music. Now you doing that.
Hold on. The album about to come out July 11th. Don't disrespect.
Boy, that's gonna be album of the year.
Let me ask you guys something.
The Clips are one of the best albums in hip hop history, bro.
The Clips.
You guys
don't have no fear. It's one of the best albums in hip hop history.
If you was alive and you was able to watch the Fresh Prince come on weekly, you're not gonna care about that album. That's the only niggas you gonna care. If you was born before 95, you gonna care about that album. After that, it's just another album.
You're so
it's just another album.
You are so
Lil
disrespectful.
Wayne's brothers come on live.
No, that's not for real. So for real is irrelevant to all generations.
Pharrell, hey, I love Pharrell. Don't get it
twisted.
Okay,
then.
I love Pharrell. Shout out to him. But today, right now, hey, Pharrell, you can kick rocks. You can kick rocks, Pharrell. You can kick rocks. Go ahead, keep making them shoes for Louis.
You about to make JR have a brain aneurysm over here. He throwing a fit.
What?
You know what? I'm what's needed. I'm the voice that needs to be heard. I'm gonna keep it real. Pharrell can go kick rocks. This is not I'm good. You're not producing a I'm good. You're not giving us that. So whatever you think you about to go do with
you don't know what he's giving, nigga.
There's only been one song that's dropped from the album, and that song is already fire as it is.
I just gotta point this out.
Ballerina, I think it's called.
Yeah, Ballerina. But hold on, I gotta point this out just from an adjustment standpoint. What Alcaraz did and the adjustments in this match that has put him in position to win has been nothing short but of amazing. So instead of him being like up on the line on the court, this man is literally playing as far back as he can. And when because center was getting him with the aces, now he's having more power with sending the ball back. And I'm telling you right now, it's nothing that center can do with him. This is almost a wrap. The man came back from down 2 sets. Okay, it's almost a wrap. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
How to get that off?
Any final thoughts, man? I can't
No,
believe
I think
he said that about.
Oh yeah, I think we done. I really got everything off my chest. I got everything off my chest. A little Kendrick Kate from here and there. That's all I got to really do, and I'm done. Yeah, I don't really got nothing else to say. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out.
You got any final words there, babe?
It's clear that real hip hop is not respected anymore. It's clear that KRS One was right, and we need to.
What you talking about? That pedophile? You talking about that pedo?
I was about to say,
Okay,
that's the real pedo.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
the real pedo.
Wow, so we bring him
Love's
up.
gonna get you.
That's the real pedo right there.
Let's do this. Look,
Yeah.
I feel like
Wrong
I feel like
example. Wrong example.
Wrong example.
Look, this what I feel like we should do.
What's his name from? What's his name from? Oh man,
Agent
God.
Over.
Public Enemy. Public Enemy. Public Enemy.
Bit of my pie.
It ain't the bread. It's Agent Over.
Thank you for being part of the show. It was beautiful. It's been
I'll use what's his name from Public Enemy instead of KRS. So I can't.
Chuck D.
We'll use Chuck D. Chuck D was right. You know what I mean? The real hit. Y'all, I don't know, man. It's interesting to me. I respect Drake for the music that he makes. I think he does make good pop music. But when it comes to real rap, real raw rap, I don't think that he has it within him. And I'll end the podcast with this as my final saying. I would pretty sure bet my life sayings I'll see Drake's name on the Epstein list before we see Kendrick's. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Man.
Well, here's what I'm about to say. I'll end it with something, but go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
I got nothing.
Thoughts for y'all, man.
I ain't got nothing to say.
You know what we should do
I
one
love
day?
that little bro, but he disrespected for real. So I'm like,
No. I love for real. I genuinely
like he ain't just do some hits for Tyler, but we good though. Like, we good.
No, for real. Okay, you know what? You're right.
For real,
Right.
built your childhood with all them hits that he did.
He's
for
still
all them
here,
kids.
though.
Sure did.
He has a
You're right.
Let me tell you something. Half of them video games that you was playing, guess what? Who produced them songs on there? For real.
Cash
And Pusha T was
NFL
producing.
NFL Fever on the Xbox. When the last time you heard it like this?
You're right.
Okay.
Look, 2K15 had one of the best soundtracks in video game history because of For Real. So you know what? I apologize for Real Williams. I apologize for Real Williams. That's what I mean.
You know, Hove ain't do a bad job on 13 either. But
Now the real question, it's not going to be I know from the production side of it, it ain't going to be. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
The thing is going to be, are we going to hear pretty much? Are they going to be the Yo Gotti of this shit all over? Are they going to talk about the same shit?
Yes.
Want to evolve?
Of course they are.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah, it worked. Here's the thing. You don't go against what you. Here's the thing, right? And at the end of the day, this is what I want to talk about. At the end of the day, right? I've actually gotten out of that mode where, you know how people be like, oh, I'm tired of this person talking about the same stuff and all that. As long as you find a new creative way to like link, like, you know what I'm saying, like relevant stuff to it, I'm okay with you talking about the same thing. You know why?
I'm might be the best of all time at it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm okay with you talking about coke, fly whips, and you know what I'm saying, vacations and all that, because guess what? Drake talks about women, he talks about his private jet, and he talks about how much money he got. I'm okay with that as long as you can continue to make it relevant to today. I'm okay with it.
And going on ski resorts to Courchevel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just like Jay-Z.
Make you think the Ritz-Carlton is bummy. I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does it either, but he does. And that's just like Jay-Z. salute to Jay-Z as well. Jay-Z sits up here. Jay-Z is able to talk about, you know what I'm saying, yachts and artwork and, you know what I'm saying,
But he ain't do that to
future
later.
for his
He did
kids.
transform though.
Well, no, I'm gonna say this. If we go back and listen to Reasonable Doubt, bro, he
He
was
always
dropping
talked
jewels
about
on
flash shit. He always was a trendsetter and all that, but he was more that little Costa Nostra rap like Coogee rap was. He was following
Yeah.
that wave.
Yeah, I mean, he was following that, but he was also talking about, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like let's stay away from,
Yeah, he was
let's stay
mafia.
away from the broke people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meet me by the crap table, the one that starts the G up. I'm tired of dealing with these niggas at the $25 crap table. Okay,
Gambling
I'm tired
and
of
Rio.
them.
Yes, can I live?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't lease, we buy the whole car as you should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, what's the difference between the 4.0 and the 4.6?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was out there. You know what I'm saying?
Now
So
we got so many quotables.
You know who couldn't rap like that if they tried?
who?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey, young, let's have a good day, man. Peace.
No, but hold on. I will say this.
That's true.
I see what Lil Bro was saying. When it comes to actually like that stunting, like cool nigga rap, like,
Hey,
oh, I
it's
got
real.
money's causing bit. Yeah, that's just not Kendrick. That's not Kendrick style.
And that's perfectly fine.
He don't have that in his bag, bro. He don't have that in his
That's
bag.
not his
bro.
bag. What you doing? Tell us about your Supra. You put 24 on.
You know,
We're not trying to hear that, nigga. We're not trying to hear that, nigga.
He too backpack for that. He can't.
I want to hear you.
Yeah.
I want to hear about you putting chinchilla.
I think Kanye
on
was
your
probably
head.
the best at doing that transition.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Kanye. I mean, Kanye will forever do that because
Kanye, he gave you the backpack.
It's cool. Hey, you know what
Yeah.
DJ Head said? DJ Head said Kendrick is not going. Kendrick is outside. So
Gotcha.
since Kendrick is outside, this is coming from DJ Head. This is coming
He's
from the
outside,
OGs.
but he's outside.
But he doesn't
Well, here's
do
what I'll add.
rap though.
We-
That is
We shall see. We shall
I don't
see.
think- I don't
Maybe
think
he'll drop something fly.
rap. He might talk
Well,
about how
here-
he the best lyrics is or he ain't got the best bars, but he ain't
Yeah.
talking about living in the biggest house and got the nicest whip. That's not him.
No, he never.
Well,
said
here's
it.
what I'll add though. Yeah, but here's what I'll add though.
I mean,
And then
y'all
we can sign
asking,
off.
asking William Regal to be Ric Flair. You know what I mean? Y'all asking some
Nah,
great technical to be the
that can
best
never
player in
happen.
the game. That's not what he does. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
Okay, can I ask you this, Sam? Do you think Drake could rap like Kendrick Lamar?
Yes, he has.
He's done it before.
Okay.
Yeah, people forget about
Yeah, about
comebacks.
the comeback season.
Yeah,
he already
comebacks.
done it.
That's all I wanted to
And
hear.
here's another thing too. And I know Lil Bro gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember this. Let me tell you something. Y'all want to know what one of my favorite Drake songs is?
What?
9 a.m. in Dallas.
Oh my God.
That's a classic.
Don't
That's a
make me rock
classic.
that.
Let me tell you something.
That's
Let
a
me tell you
classic.
something. That man's lyrics, the way he went in on that song, I said, yes. Come on now. He's solidified.
Come on, man. Don't do that. See, Kendrick, when you get in that bag, then I can maybe put you up against this GOAT. Then maybe I can do that. But until you get that bag, I'm just
Because at the same time, can Drake make a Blacker Than Berry? I mean, come on.
Of course not. Of course
It's
not. He
a-
didn't grow up like that.
It goes
No,
both
he
ways.
ain't grow up. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, he didn't grow up like that. So of course not.
It goes both ways. That's what
he
I'm
can't. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Like
but I
I
know
said-
one thing.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
I'm gonna say
respect real
this.
hip hop no more. It's okay.
But I'm gonna say this right now, though. I'm gonna just say this to end the show. Lord, please make me rich, but I never want to be as rich as Diddy because I will never, ever want to get to that level of freaky in my life. Okay, ever.
He on another level.
I was about to say that. And here's the thing. First of all, hey, look, and I'm gonna tell you how they capitalized. They was talking about Diddy. The Punisher was talking about Diddy being in the room with the hijab on and the Astroglide, right? Why was I watching Menace to Society on Tubi, and one of the commercials in between was Astroglide? When I saw that, I said,
wow.
Only on
Diddy
ghetto ass
is Diddy.
too. Only on ghetto ass too.
Wait, no. Wait. Did y'all see when the Punisher said I guess Diddy.
I ain't call that nigga the Punisher. His name.
I'm about to say that. I'm not saying that.
I was like, what that nigga Sheree say?
I'm not calling him that.
Wait, let's call him. That's what he goes by. The Punisher.
I don't care. I'm not calling him
was
that.
a Marvel show.
Hey, you can't even say no Diddy.
Listen,
Not calling that nigga the Punisher, bro. I love you, Lil bro, but don't call that man that.
Look, he told Cam, he was like, I guess Diddy found out that he knew it was him. So he said, Diddy just spotted only wearing a Yankee and glasses.
Oh yeah, he killed Yankees hat. He killed Yankees hat for a minute.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't wear my Yankees hat for a few days after that. Okay, I even stopped cheering for the Yankees once I saw that interview.
Oh man, Diddy is a funny man.
Wear the Mets hats, they go to Queens.
Niggas nasty, man. Listen. But my thing is this though. Okay, like just real quick, like just to even get to what Jazz was saying, like okay, he making his own point. But the fact that you're not participating, the fact that you're not filming this to make more profit and
the fact that he just watching for his enjoyment.
It's
and
for
you
his
paying all this
enjoyment.
money. Yeah, and you paying all this money like this. I don't want that kind of money that I could just waste like that. I don't want it.
I mean, this is the thing. I want it, but not to waste it like that. You can waste it and change it.
Listen,
the world.
JR, I'm gonna tell you right now. JR, I'm gonna tell you right now. You get that kind of money, I'm gonna tell you right now. You get that kind of money, I may not even know you anymore, sir. Okay?
You don't want that kind of money. You definitely gonna know me, and that's the point. You want to.
No.
The point is to have that type of money and still be able to keep your sanity and still be.
You can.
And I understand that this world works.
More money, more problems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because
there's not many billionaires that's in the public light in the entertainment industry without any drama at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Cube said, he could have went left. He went right.
No, I get that, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, Diddy. Yeah, I desire to be rich, but not Diddy rich. I don't want nothing. If I'm gonna get that freaky, I'm good. I'm okay.
You want to be rich but not wealthy. I get it.
Yes, I want to be rich and comfortable, but not wealthy.
My thing is, I feel like Diddy was that nasty when he was a broke nigga in the house.
Yeah, but he couldn't pay for it though. That's the difference.
Exactly. We could get to the documentary of Diddy one day. He was groomed.
Of course he was.
He was a victim, and he made other victims out of him being a victim. It all started in DC. It all started in DC. If you know your DC history, it all started.
Of course, and I was about to say, and here's another thing too with that. That's kind of what happens. Somebody becomes a victim, and then they make someone else a victim. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're a victim, and then they become the.
And that's the industry in a nutshell. It's just victims making more victims, a cycle of victims.
Now who that sound like in Hollywood right now?
Is young and still developing their brain.
Exactly.
Now who that sound like in Hollywood right now?
What?
A big executive, got his own studio and all that. Who that sound like?
Put Weinstein?
No, Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he a victim?
Yeah, I think
Tyler Perry was a victim.
And then next thing you know, he became Medea, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, people couldn't. At first, black people loved that Medea. Then I felt like we couldn't get past him.
No, when it was a play, it was cool. When they started,
I'm about to say, the movie too. Because here's the problem that I have with Medea. I get tired of every single story that had to relate with a black mom and all that was about struggle. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of that.
Yeah, even last year,
He really fed in. He fed into black struggle with all his movies.
Yeah,
like
he did. Daddy's Little Girls and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
A family that prays.
Family that prays.
Everybody thought it was a
Perry movie. That's another story.
Daddy's Little Girl is my favorite, but
mine's too. One backhand made it my favorite.
Yeah.
One backhand. I did a whole barrel roll over the fucking couch. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Here's the thing. I like the ending, but I know one of the points and all that we make, y'all. Like, I know one of the points that we make, and I'm like, yep, you know how we always say like, oh, Disney hates mothers and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tyler Perry hates black mothers with a passion.
Well, I don't think him and his mom had a good relationship, right? If I
And it
remember
shows.
from an interview.
And it shows just like what's her name? Courtney Kemp said her and her dad didn't have a good relationship. And if you look at Power, who's usually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ghost and all that was made the enemy, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it comes out. Yeah.
Make Tyreek be the one to shot.
Shows like that is crazy because like Ghost was right the whole time. But let's go ahead. Yeah. Well, if we ain't back next week, happy Father's Day to everybody. You know.
Yeah, likewise.
We don't tell it to each other enough. So happy Father's Day, all
Happy
y'all.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, man.
Yeah, if we
happy Father's Day, Tay. Salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Same to you, sir. Same to you. Same to you, Jones. Same to you, JR. Happy Father's Day to y'all.
So, yeah, definitely.
I was joking, by the way, y'all, as far as Tay. Tay is not a father. I'm just joking.
I'm not, but you know.
Hey, you never know. That one night in Georgetown, you never know, you know?
Yeah. No, I got enough nieces and nephews that I could.
Nah, I don't blame you.
Had one on K Street.
But nah, man, Mr. Jones, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for me. But yeah, salute JR, you know, salute. Thank you all. Not only are you all fathers, but you know, actively in your children's lives, you know what I'm saying, making things happen. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Black fatherhood. Fatherhood matters, but definitely black fatherhood.
Black fatherhood matters, yeah.
I agree.
In there it is.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say it was a statistic that came out. Our generation of millennials, we literally reversed that statistic.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I think that's what the millennial generation.
We've been saying that for a while though.
Yeah, but it's stats.
Now it's backed by numbers showing that we actually doing, or that it's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Father's Day to you too, Zeus.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
You too, Big Russ. Happy Father's Day.
Yep. And Tay, I mean not Tay, Josh, I think that nigga's a fur father or something like that, whatever you want to call it. He got a little rat. Yeah, he got one of the little chihuahuas running around the
house. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Peace.
All right, y'all be safe.
All right, peace. I was about to say, just hang up and then I'll say what I got.